All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer. I'm with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly. How's it going, guys?
I survived this week.
One of those weeks.
Oh man, to say the absolute least.
Yeah,
No.
I've been sick, so it is what it is. Yet somehow found a way to still see Venom 3. So yeah, that will be something we'll discuss when a couple people get in. I will tell you all about it, without any spoilers, but just so you guys know what to expect going in. So yeah, don't listen to everyone that says it's totally terrible.
You know, the Venom movies are there. I gotta hand them this. They are entertaining. Even though it's not what I'd want to see out of Venom, to be honest, not what I envision to see out of a Venom solo run, but they're entertaining. There's worse ways to spend your evening.
Dude, I hated Venom 2.
Venom 2 was
like the worst thing I've ever. I was like, what the hell? This is awful.
the only thing that got me jazzed was the mid-credit scene, only for them to walk it back 2 months later in No Way Home.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
I wish I could talk about that too.
Wow.
There's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things to bring up. But if you hate the first two, you're probably not gonna like the third one. But there are parts of it that you will like, if I can explain the best way. So
I heard the same thing, that like it was very much the same vibe and same style. So however you felt about 1 and 2, you kind of will feel the same. More or less more 1 than 2. But that's what I heard.
The way you feel about 1 is probably how you're gonna feel about 3.
Yeah, and I'd say I was fine with the first 2, so I'm pretty sure I'll be fine with this one.
Yeah,
I think Tank will hate the beginning, go ahead for the middle, and be like, all right, I guess for the end. Like literally, that'll be his feeling. He'll be like, man, this is terrible, and he'll be like, and then he go, okay, you didn't save it, but it wasn't the worst thing ever.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I felt with number 1. You know what I mean? Like, because it took me a while. I'm like, okay, this is not like Venom. This is like their version of whatever they're doing with Venom. And then, but at least for the second one, I never even. I'm like already going in like, okay, at least we got Carnage, and then I'm like, oh man, you ruined Carnage too. It was so bad.
Yeah, Carnage. That was so bad. I didn't know what the hell they were doing with that.
Yeah, which sucks because I love Carnage. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, and you would think, was that Woody Harrelson would be a cool Carnage 20 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah, it just looked so bad. The toupee looked bad. It just looked.
He's so old. He's so old.
Yeah, the toupee looked like, it reminded me of Jamie Kennedy's hair from Son of the Mask almost.
It would be like putting Denzel as Black Panther, T'Challa, the young version right now. Like, why? Yeah. Why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. And if older T'Challa, okay, but trying to pretend like he's young, that's what it was. Like trying to pretend like Woody Harrelson's not 60 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. You and Tom Hardy are not the same age, man. Like, you're not. We got in chat right now. We got the viewer Drew. He said, excellent news. My Blu-ray copy Deadpool Wolverine came yesterday. Nice.
I got 2 of them. I got 2. I accidentally ordered 2 of this one and one of the Wolverine one.
Nice.
So I have extra.
I got one of each. I got the Wolverine cover of the Steelbook and the Deadpool cover. I wind up opening up the Wolverine and to get the code and stuff like that. The Deadpool one, I'm probably gonna keep it sealed. There's no reason for me to open it.
I'm waiting for.
I also got yeah. That's the way to go. I mean, they have a lot of different versions of this movie to get. Like, there's the Steelbook, and then there's just like collector's edition that's not a Steelbook, and then there's just all the regular versions. So I was like, damn, So they're going all out with it. I know it made a lot of money in pre-orders, like physical media,
just for me.
Yeah. But yeah, you got 3. You got 3 of the same movie. But yeah, it's gonna do well with physical media too, which is good. Yeah, and then I think I got Twisters. Twisters came out this week too, and I went up getting that. Yep, 4K.
And then apparently I never had the 5 Nights at Freddy's, so that also came. I have about I'm gonna say 60 movies that I couldn't fit on my 3 racks, so I have to buy a rack to put on my movies. So now I have 4 racks of DVD and steelbooks, mostly steel.
A lot of steelbooks.
Yeah,
I'm digging steelbooks. Now I don't get all of them. I pre-ordered Alien Romulus.
I got that one
but
too.
Not the 4K. Now I didn't get the steelbook. I didn't think it was like
it's not worth it.
It wasn't. It really wasn't worth it. I'm an extra $10. I was like, but I got the 4K. Will you guys be getting the limited edition VHS Alien Romulus?
No.
No, even for collection, I might get it. It depends how much it is.
I've given it some thought.
Yeah,
I'm not.
No, I might, because like I do have like all these are VHSs. I have a few VHSs just laying around. It will be the first VHS to release in 18 years.
I don't have a VHS player,
Me neither.
so there's literally no point. Like, okay, I can get a DVD. I would rather have a laser disc. Because if I ain't gonna play, I might as well just be the only one with it. Like, it just makes no sense for me to grab it now. And I'm not gonna go spend money to buy another VCR. I'm not even going to Goodwill to buy a VCR. So no, I'm just not.
Hey, you go to Goodwill get VCR for like $1.
It depends on which Goodwill. It might not even be VCRs there.
Yeah, it might. Yeah. I don't know. I might get it if it's a good price. I've been looking for. I can't find the pre-order of it though. That's the only bad thing. Is like I pre-ordered the 4K.
You got to type in retro order.
I know, but they're like throwing it out there like, oh, come get it. But I'm like, okay, cool. Where? Like it's no, I can't find it anywhere. But I might if they want $30 for it, then nah, I'm good. You know, it needs to be under 20 to really like even be worth it for me.
There's just no reason. No, I'm not.
No. I mean, it's just a collector thing. You throw it on the shelf just to put it on the shelf.
I mean, I'm the king of that. I am the king. Half of my Blu-rays and DVDs are unopened. Half of them are. I open all the steelbooks, and then everything else is pretty much unopened. And some of them I have steelbooks that I bought 2 copies of, and one's open and one's not. Like literally, I am the king of collecting stuff. You know, don't get me wrong, but not VHS. That's why I draw a line.
You do who's that? Pete Davidson, I think, wind up buying like thousands of sealed VHSs because he's like, he goes, it's gonna be 20 years, right, since the last VHS. Well, I mean, this is before this release, and he goes, it's about time when that retro kind of kicks in. That like, oh, it's cool now because it's old, you know, like albums and stuff like that, like vinyl. So,
I'm good. I'm good. Because in music, all the old music is better quality. VHS is not a better quality.
No, it's not. No, it's not better quality, but it has this certain quality to it, like that fuzziness and that like that like bluish kind of
the stuff that looks old. Yeah, but an album actually is a better quality sound, right? And then 8-tracks in tape were better quality sounds, and then CDs were a little bit less, and now you get it streamed. It's not, you don't feel it anymore. So like the quality is going down with it. So that's the difference between that in music. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's keep going. See who else is in there. Cult Lords, what's up? And congrats, Cult Lords, man. You guys are killing it.
What 1,300, 1,500? It's 1,500.
1,500, I think. I mean, I checked out the channel. They're like at 1,600 now. So yeah. Congrats to you guys.
They had one video that had like a billion.
I know that's what they said. They had said like at one short or something like that. That really like popped off for them, and they wound up getting a bunch of subscribers. So yeah, that's awesome, guys. That's awesome. I did look up some of their shorts. I saw the J-Lo one. That was funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they had some good shorts. Yeah. But they ask, how about a King in Black movie with Venom? Do you guys know? No.
You guys don't know.
Yeah. Do we know? No.
I mean, that's basically so. Well, okay, so we got a couple people in here. I could tell you this. Noel was in the movie. Like, I'm not gonna tell you where it is because I don't want to like ruin that for people. But like, if you add all the time, probably 2 minutes, and you see his face for like 10 seconds. And people are like, "Oh, what the hell? I thought we were gonna get no." And I think, in my opinion, I think that's a good thing because Sony didn't get a chance to ruin them.
Not yet.
Yeah, but they will never get to because Marvel's gonna have them.
I don't know. That they said, I don't know. The more I hear about it, the more it's like Marvel is gonna be able to play with them, but it's not theirs.
Which is exactly how it's gonna be. But Noel is going to be the main villain. And he's not going to die in Spider-Man 4. He's not going to die. He still is going to be around. So I think that's a good thing, and that's probably for Sony's benefit. That's why you can't kill Noel. And it makes sense when you kind of think about the movie. Once you see Venom, you understand why that makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see with the King in Black one. I don't know if they could go that route.
Screw Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, that's how I'm kind of feeling right now. We're gonna talk about Spider-Man 4 in a little bit, but yeah,
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be fine. It's just not what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the street level Spider-Man, but it doesn't matter. Like the movie's not. They haven't made a bad Spider-Man movie in a long time. Like, so why would I think there's gonna be another? This one's gonna be bad. Going in before Battle World. Like it doesn't make sense that it'll be bad. It just won't be what I want it to be. Yeah.
Screw Spider-Man 4.
You also don't think Gladiator 2 is going to be good, and Gladiator 2 is about to be amazing.
People are saying bullshit.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
They're saying it's not. You obviously not as good as the first one because the first one is just like amazing, a masterpiece, damn near masterpiece. But they're saying it's good. So I hope, man. I want it to be good.
I think it's gonna be really good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a different focus.
Yeah.
And Brad Manson is going to be walking and say, "Well, I guess I will see it." And then he's gonna see it and be like, "Oh, well, I still don't think he needed it, but it was pretty good."
He's gonna be like that, like, "Oh, okay," or like it's gonna be complete trash, and he walks out the theater with the Conor McGregor walk, like, "Yeah, I was right."
I've never seen a Denzel movie be complete trash. He wouldn't be in it if it was complete trash. We're gonna record this. And then I'll play it back for you. And then when you looking stupid, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, now what do you say now?" And then you're gonna try to backtrack. And I'm gonna be like, "No, don't backtrack now. Just sit there and take all this in right now about all the stuff you said." Or not said. Just laugh.
I'm looking at this movie. I'm like, what was the last movie that wasn't good?
The one that he said he wasn't gonna watch. There was a couple of movies last year that he said it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, well, I guess it wasn't that bad."
Well, Book of Eli was okay, but that was considered like not a good Denzel movie.
I liked the Book of Eli a lot.
I did too. I liked Flight. I really liked Flight. That was a really good one. But that
you can look all you want. Like, there's not going to be one.
Yeah,
Two Guns is the worst movie he's ever made.
Which one?
Yeah, Deja Vu wasn't great. Two Guns with was that Marky Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Virtuosity was pretty bad back in the day.
I actually thought Virtuosity was good. I thought it was before its time. They just couldn't hit what they needed to do, but I thought the concept was really genius. The idea, the same idea basically as Lawnmower Man and stuff like that. So
coincidentally from the same director.
Really?
Brett Leonard.
Everything's exactly the same, yeah.
There's a few I haven't seen. John Q. I don't think I've ever seen John Q.
John Q was pretty solid.
When he gave his heart for his son, he took the hostage for the whole hospital, and you're gonna save my son's life and killed himself. Then you got to take my heart to put him in my son's.
I don't think I've seen that.
That was tough. that was tough. John Q was wow.
Yeah, I guess I gotta check that one out. Yeah, I mean, looking at him like a lot. I mean, I've seen almost all of these. Yeah. But I want to say Deja Vu was probably.
I love that too. I thought that was a great.
Did you?
Idea.
2006. I didn't love it.
The idea of it was hard. The only one, I think Two Guns wasn't good. I didn't think I really like Roman J. Israel.
Israel.
Yeah, I didn't really like that one.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, but there's like very, very few.
That's pretty much it. I liked everything else.
Yeah. He's had a part in his career where like he can literally pick and choose. Like he's not struggling to find work. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So he reads it, and if it doesn't make sense, like a banger, Fallen is a banger.
Oh yeah.
Man, people that if you have never seen Fallen, you need to stop now and go see it. That is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's so smart. It's so smart.
I'm like, so if Ridley Scott does one good movie every 10 years,
that's about right.
That's about right. Mean, yeah, roughly.
That's about right though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad though. All right, let's see what else we got. Sorry, falling behind. What's your favorite scene from Deadpool Wolverine? I guess the
scene is
the bus scene when Wolverine puts the mask on and they fight all the Wolverine or all the Deadpools.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
I like that one a lot.
Probably the montage where he's looking for other Wolverines. I like that.
That was that was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Probably when he met Chris Evans and he was like, "Oh, you're here," and it turns out to be the Torch. That's probably one of my favorite scenes.
That was good. That was a nice got you moment. We got Jason in the house. What's up, Jason? He goes, "Hey guys, how's it going tonight?"
Feeling good. I mean, even after seeing that movie.
Yeah. Kevin Davis, do you think Universal Pictures is going to underperform or bomb at the box office? Trying to think what movies they got coming out pretty soon. Oh, we're actually hopefully watching one of the trailers. Love Hurts, right? Yeah, Love Hurts. It might do pretty good at the theaters, but that's in February. I don't know if that counts for this year, but
what's another one for Universal?
Wow! Oh, they did Wild Robot. Wild Robot is going to win a bunch of awards, and that was an amazing movie.
What about Wolfman?
That's the beginning of next year, right?
Yep, January, I think it is. It's not going to be this year.
I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer for or anything about it.
Yeah, they put out a new one last week.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't think I really like what they showed at that Universal Expo a month ago, what the Wolfman's supposed to look like. Looking at him, you wouldn't think it's a werewolf. He looks like a character from Wrong Turn.
No, he's not wrong.
Wow. I mean, Wicked's coming out. That's gonna do well. Love Hurts, like we're talking about. Wolfman, January. You know, Dogman. You know, that's gonna, I think, do pretty good with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if all those bomb except for Wicked. If all of a sudden you turn around and it's not what you thought you were gonna make.
Yeah, I think, but we got Megan 2.0. Like, I think a lot of people were hyped up about that at New York Comic Con.
I think, it needs to come out at the right time.
When's it coming out?
What's not coming out until summer 2025, so we got some time.
I would almost, if it came out August and then you still got to like start the turn to September, that'd be perfect.
Five Nights at Freddy 2 is coming out. Nobody 2, which if you haven't seen Nobody, the first one, that is a banger of a movie, man. Yeah, it was so unexpected and it was so good. Yeah, they're doing another How to Train Your Dragon. The Bad Guys 2.
Yeah, the live action How to Train Your Dragon out. We'll see.
Yeah,
that's hard. I don't know how you're gonna be able to do that, man.
I'm gonna have to see the trailer first.
Okay, yeah, but it's gonna be obviously a lot of CGI. You know,
Yeah.
but same. I mean, Jurassic World. They're doing another Jurassic World, and obviously that's a butt ton of CGI too.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I think they're gonna do okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of admittedly curious about the new Jurassic World because I like the director and I like the cast.
Yeah,
So we'll see how that goes.
yeah. They're gonna. I think they're not gonna. I don't know if they're gonna underperform. I think they're gonna be exactly where they plan on being at.
Yeah.
You know, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You might get some hidden gems like Wild Robot or something. You know, like that came out. I know they said they're doing a sequel already. Like obviously. So,
Mhm.
and I think now that people saw how much the first one was great, it might hype up the second one some more. They
Yeah.
actually bring people into the theater to see it. So,
Considering I already did my pre-order for that,
same.
it's already ready to go.
Yeah.
I did a pre-order for that, piece by piece. I mean, a lot of stuff that came out already. Wild Robot just didn't make enough money. I'm surprised.
No,
Under 200.
The marketing wasn't all there for it. That's the only bad thing. You know, but you know, it's gonna win a bunch of Oscars for sure.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and that's gonna hype up like the sequel for it. You know, and it's doing pretty well with the pre-order supposedly. So,
Yeah.
or and it's a you can buy it at home, digital at home, and it's doing pretty good. So, but yeah, and then we got Mama Bear.
Mama
What's
Bear.
up? Yeah, hello, boys.
So we're able to go. Come on, let's start the show. Let's do it.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Jason says still catching up with Agatha and it's starting to grow on me.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I think it took a minute to really kind of find its footing, but I liked it from the beginning. Love the first episode in hindsight, especially just the whole play on Mayor of Easttown. I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't like the first episode. I went back and looked at it. I still don't like it.
No, it's not the best one. I would say
It's the worst one.
It's probably the worst one out
It's
of
the
all.
worst episode.
Yeah.
but that's less saying about the first episode and more saying about every episode afterwards.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just been bangers, and then 7 is another. I mean, just knocking it out of the park.
Mhm.
I'm surprised how good this series really is, especially some of me. I was not looking forward to it. Right? I mean, I've talked about it from the beginning. Was not looking forward to it, and I was completely wrong. Just like Brand Man with Gladiator 2, completely wrong.
Yeah, no, don't count on it.
I don't have to worry about it. I know it.
Yeah,
don't put that.
Been burned by Ridley Scott way too many times.
I know. I know. Oh man, I hope we get the Martian and not like Alien Covenant,
like his last 10 movies.
Yeah.
Hey, but once again, if you didn't let him do The Martian, you then got The Martian.
Yeah,
which is still great. It's just
now he's about to burn us with a sequel we don't freaking need.
Yeah. Although I would say The Martian is good no matter what. I think Ridley Scott's the way he makes movies made an amazing book great on screen.
Exactly.
But if you ever read, if you're like a big nerd and you want to read cool nerdy sci-fi shit, you gotta read the book. It's on a whole nother level of
but I don't think The Martian. You needed strong actors and strong directors to be able to carry that movie, because Matt Damon. If you replace Matt Damon with like Mark Wahlberg, it's the worst movie ever. The worst movie ever. Just plain and simple. So you gonna give me 30 minutes of Mark Wahlberg by himself?
Oh man! Whenever I think of Mark Wahlberg, I think of Andy Samberg doing the Mark Wahlberg.
Exactly.
Like, come on, hey Rock, how you doing, Rock?
Mark Wahlberg talks to animals. Yeah,
yeah. But it's just like random, like just rocks and he talks to the warm the Pluton like
you see
ball or whatever.
You understand what I'm saying though?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Said everyone said we're really behind tonight. It's because I ain't doing the comments. We go on tangents a lot.
I know. Spoiler crew, Kyle, what's up? Say good to see y'all. going on, Kyle? Appreciate you coming in. With who else we got? We got Xavier in here. It says, hey
What's
fellas,
up, Xavier?
I just got him from seeing that movie. Thank you so much, Sony. That's 2 hours of my life I can't get back.
Okay, so now that he said that,
What you expect?
I'm,
Didn't you see the first 2 movies?
I'm going to ruin exactly what we just said we're going to do. There's a 10-minute piece in the beginning that's good, but we saw in the trailer. There's an hour of unneeded crap. There's about 30 minutes of what the hell did I watch? And then the last 30 minutes are like, oh, that was pretty good. That's pretty much what you're gonna get. I'm just gonna let everyone know. That's pretty much what you're gonna get. The first hour you're gonna be like, what the hell was that? And then 30 minutes you're like, why did I see that? And then the last 30 minutes you're like, oh, that was really good. Why didn't the hell they just lead with that?
I mean, that's what I feel like all of them are. Like you
But
start off with all the goofiness and like the bro
it's
dudes.
very goofy.
Yeah.
The family is a family scene that's unneeded.
I mean, from the trailer, there's a dance scene that seems why.
Yeah,
I think, is it really that unnecessary?
Yeah, it's really unnecessary. There's no reason at all.
Yeah, I can tell you just from the
it's
trailer.
so stupid. I can't tell you why it's so stupid, but like it's the dumbest thing to do at that time. The dumbest. So I mean, as I said, there's about 10 minutes in the beginning and about 30 minutes in the end where it's pretty good.
Yeah, Jason said he just came back from seeing it too. Yeah.
Besides that,
yeah. I'm going tomorrow. I'm just hoping it's good enough where my girlfriend won't get mad at me. Because when I go to take her and it's a bad movie, and it's a movie I recommend, like a Venom, she'll be like, "Why we go see that?" Because I already tell if it sucks.
I'm telling you, this is what it. You get 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're looking at the first hour. Like I literally looked at my phone like 3 times during the first 40 minutes. And, you know, I try to put my phone up, and then you get like 30 minutes of like, why did they do this? And then the last half an hour is great.
You know what? That's part of the reason I enjoy living alone and just living down here on my own. I don't have the pressure, and why I'm blissfully single, because I don't have to go through the I don't have the pressure of taking my spouse or my significant other to the movies and then looking over. Did you like that?
I went alone.
Like, no. Why'd you take it?
I've been married for 12 years. I went alone. Xavier says it had a lot of good ideas within the setup of the villain. The villain's good. It's just the execution was awful. The concept of what they did with Venom was stupid. That's just the Tom Hardy Venom part just doesn't make sense. And then the writing in the first half of the movie was like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. I mean, but that's the first 2 movies. You know, for me, that's the first 2 movies. I was like, what?
No, I thought the second movie was terrible. The first movie, I understood this is what they're doing. This is what how they're doing Venom. I don't necessarily agree with it. Fine. The second movie, I thought was just terrible writing, awful. This third one is like they were just skipping around and they're trying to make you like Wolverine, but like
Deadpool and Wolverine.
No, the other one, Logan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the last 45 minutes, they're trying to get you to connect with it on an emotional level, and you really don't. And then the action on the last 30 minutes is just so good.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing I would give the Venom franchise is it's pretty good action. I can't really like knock it too much. Like the CGI with him going back and forth between being Venom and Eddie, you know, and the action is pretty good. The first one I think was very disappointing because it's just blobs, like you couldn't tell. The second one at least was a little bit better with it, you know.
Oh, so there's going to be other symbiotes, and you're going to enjoy the other symbiotes.
Yeah, that's good.
You're going to enjoy that part, but yeah,
that's good.
That's about it, man.
Yeah, it's just annoying that like for a normie they might see this movie and then go pick up a Venom.
Venom is.
You know, they'll be like, oh, I really want to read that Venom stuff, and they're like, "What's going on? What?" Like, nope. Like, there's really no Venom in the
This is
comic books
Venom.
that's like that. Oh yeah,
This is Venom.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's the new Rain, right?
Yeah, the Rain.
Because they're like, is it a sequel to the original Rain, or is it like just a whole new story of
No,
him
it's a
being
sequel
old?
to it, and it's a
Okay,
very good thing. I enjoy this comic book a lot.
I love Rain. Spider-Man Rain is one of my all-time favorite comic books. I have it, the hardcover graphic novel. Like, I have it in like my little case kind of one. I love that book. It's so good.
And you will like this one too.
Yeah, damn. Because I know they were coming out with it. I didn't know it already.
This is the fourth. I think it's the fourth one. Yeah, it's number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check that out. Yeah. Anything else with the Venom stuff?
Yeah, just basically what I think. I said this way. The action at the end of the movie was very good. Some of the best I've seen in all 3 movies. The action was great, but it took a long time to get there.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I meant to show my Venom bucket and everything.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Okay. Also silhouetted. I saw your Agatha stuff. I'm gonna keep that for when we talk about Agatha. But I did see that. But right now he said Tom Hardy's Venom is more MTV's The Max than the Venom I know and love.
That's actually a really good comparison.
That really is. Yeah. Yeah. Just a goofy character. Yeah. It also it kind of dates you, man. But yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's a way better way to put it. Xavier saying the jokes didn't land, the emotions didn't land, nothing was working for me, the majority of it. Okay. Yeah. I saw E-Man's movie reviews, did an out of theater reaction, and he was not happy. He was not happy. So
that bad, huh?
Yeah, he Okay. I'll just
It's
like
a
a
regular
normal kind
cup,
of cup.
whatever. And then because I went to the fan event, they gave me.
Oh, is that the wrap, right? The
Yep.
cord wrap? Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then it's pretty good, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
bad.
it's just legit just a bucket with the Venom head, huh?
That's all it is, except it's
Okay.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah. It's not too bad. I'm kind of excited about that. Actually, I'm excited about the Gladiator bucket.
The Coliseum? Yeah.
The Coliseum. Like that, and it comes with an AR kind of thing. So you scan a code, and then you point your phone camera at it, and in the inside of the popcorn bucket, you'll see people and gladiators fighting. I'm like, that's wild. That's wild.
I know the one with the gladiator helmet looks like MF Doom.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely getting that one. I mean, FM Doom like kind of took that helmet from the first one, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm definitely getting that cup though. See if I miss anything. I love that bucket.
Yeah, at least I got a cool bucket out of it.
Yeah. Exactly. Couple more, and then we'll get into some of these trailers. So like I said, I'm gonna keep silhouetted animated. I'm gonna keep those.
He said the jokes didn't land, the emotions didn't land.
Yeah.
That's the jokes really did not land. I thought it was gonna be a lot better, joke wise. Tom Hardy is fine, but it's not funny. Some of the stuff just wasn't funny.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, he's the only thing in at least in the first 2 movies that actually gave a shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like no one else cared, and he's the only one that was like actually trying to do something. You know, at least for me, that's all I felt. Especially the first one. The second one was it was really bad all around.
It was cringy for me. I could not. Ugh.
But that first movie was like, oh, no one cares about this shit except for Tom Hardy. But even then, some of the lines that they made him say was so bad, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, but it explained more. So this movie did explain a lot more. The
Mhm.
symbiotes and the connection between the people and the symbiotes, and why Venom was so special, and why how they brought Noel into this conversation. All that was explained very, very well.
Yeah. I mean, that's
And
mostly
it
why I went
started
to
right off from him talking about leaving the symbiote in the MCU. That's exactly where it starts from.
Oh, wow.
That's
So,
kind of what
like-
I figured.
Well, I thought they were going to just ignore it,
I did too.
and they didn't. They
Okay.
started off right from there. So
Okay. That I'm actually more interested in now. 'Cause I thought they were going to ignore it. Just be like, yeah, like pretend it didn't happen. Let's see. Get some of these last comments real quick. James Gunn trying his best to hype DC Studios, which he did, man. I'm surprised. A lot of people are really digging the trailer for Creature Commandos, which I'm surprised at for being an animated kind of movie or show.
I think it's us that likes it. I think it's us that's really liking it.
Like nerds.
I just wonder, but that's if it's a show, so it doesn't matter if normies see it or not, want to see it or not. You know, as long as it's good quality, that should be really it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get the nerds hooked. You get the nerds hooked, then you kind of are at least starting off on the right track. You know?
Yeah. I want last thing about Venom. I do want to say this, guys.
Go ahead.
Check out people's names. That's all I want to say. I want you to understand people, the cast, the people that are there, what their name is. That's all I want to say.
The characters?
The character name.
Okay.
Check out their names, and then we'll have a conversation about it later. But check out their names. And it matters.
Good to know.
Going forward, it might matter a lot.
A little advice. Okay. I like that. What else we got? All right, we go. Drew said, "Are you excited or worried about the Bob Dylan biopic?"
I'm kind of indifferent.
I'm not a big Bob Dylan fan.
Yeah, I'm not a big Bob Dylan fan. I like the director though, James Mangold. Well, I like his work.
Yeah. And Timothy Chalamet, he's gonna be Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
You're talking Oscar, Butler, what's his name? Butler did Elvis, and was up for a bunch of shit.
Austin.
Like him being Austin Butler, and Timothy Chalamet is really making a name for himself, and now he's gonna be Bob Dylan, so but like
looks like a standard biopic.
Yeah.
Biopic. Yeah.
Is it because maybe it's because Timothy Chalamet has been everywhere? For me, I can't look at him and think Bob Dylan.
I saw the trailer, the teaser, or whatever. I think he did a pretty good job at being
I think
Bob
he's doing
Dylan.
a great job. I think he's a great actor. Period.
Yeah.
He's been acting so much. I see him.
Yeah. Also, like it's very much like Elvis. Like Bob Dylan has a very unique
cult following.
But not only that, but also like the way he talks and stuff like that. It's very exaggerated when you make impressions of him and stuff like that. So it's like one of those guys. So yeah, I just as long as Timothy doesn't talk like him for like a year after. Like they were doesn't show up to the Emmys or whatever award show still talking that weird. I don't even know like how you would describe the way he talk. But yeah. Oscar nomination, for Complete Unknown. What is that?
We don't know a lot about Bob Dylan.
Well, that's the name of the Bob Dylan.
That's the name of it. Yeah,
because we don't know anything about Bob Dylan. So
yeah. But yeah, I saw the little trailer thing for it. I'm like, pretty good. Again, not interested. in it. But that's more me than anything. I know he's like got a following and all that.
And Bob Dylan's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but yeah, there's nothing about him that I want to run out to go see a biopic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's got a pretty good cast in it.
Yeah, Edward Norton, who's great in everything he's in.
Mm-hmm.
I think Elle Fanning's in it.
Oh, Ed Norton could be good at everything, but not Denzel. Okay, I hear you, man. I hear what you're saying. I see what's going on.
I'm not talking about Denzel. I'm talking about
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
No. I'm just saying this. We already know what's happening. I see it.
Denzel will not be the problem.
Even though I agree with Ed Norton. That's not the point.
Denzel will not be the problem. He'll be the only good thing of that waste of celluloid.
I want it to be good even more now.
Because if he has to backtrack, I'm going to love it so much.
I won't have to.
He's just gonna do the Chester for like an hour of us doing the review.
He's just gonna pretend. He's gonna be like for like an hour, like pretend.
Oh man. Silhouette said Creature Commandos get some fake hate for Con Gorilla getting killed by Bride of Frankenstein in the trailer. No one cares about the character Con Gorilla. Yeah. I didn't really care. Like, I think folks finding reasons to trash gun. Yeah. Every inspirational biopic trailer I see makes me think of Oscar Gold, Oscar bait joke in American Dad.
Me too, actually. It's probably the best comparison. Yeah, I don't know. I have to space out like the inspirational biopics. You know, they're kind of run of the mill to me.
Wow.
I think Walk Hard really played that up pretty well. Parodied it.
Yeah, that one was good.
Even the Weird Al movie to an extent, the Weird Al movie that was on Roku.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That was a really good one.
That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Daniel Craig. I mean, what's his name?
Dan Radcliffe.
Dan Radcliffe. Yeah.
That was a really good one. But I mean, again, it's a parody. But that was more of a.
It was a parody of biopic tropes.
Yeah, where Walk Hard was more of just like a goofball kind of.
Yeah, I thought Walk Hard at
some point.
That's funny.
It kind of parodied those tropes too.
Yeah,
or exaggerated them.
Yeah, but it took like obviously took the Beatles, it took Elvis, it took all this stuff. Where at least the Weird Al was just Weird Al.
You know what's It's funny. I love the Beatles, man.
Yeah,
like I love music. I love any biopic about it. I will watch any of that stuff.
Yeah, a really good one that I was surprised I liked as much was there's one called Yesterday.
Yesterday,
so it's not a biopic.
So good.
Yesterday
is so good.
It's really good. It's really, really good. I did not think I was gonna enjoy it, and right from the start, I was pretty hooked. But if you like Beatles music,
it was
performed
so
by not the Beatles.
Yeah,
like it was a cool movie for sure.
My only problem with him was that he was stupid. His best friend was fine from the beginning. I'm like, well, I would have gave up all that for her. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, he made a lot of bad choices in that movie.
Like, I saw that at the beginning when we first said it. She's driving you around being your boy.
Yeah,
Lily James is fine. What's wrong with you?
Let's see. So I got my new internet line. So let's see if I can play a trailer without getting laggy. If it starts laggy, just remove the trailer and we'll just start over. Yeah. Actually, there's one I did want to see. It's a little bit older. The Electric State. I haven't seen that one yet. It's the new Russo brothers, Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, it's a couple days old. I haven't gotten around to watching the trailer either.
No. So yeah, it's the 17th, about a week old. So if you guys want to check that one out, and then we'll get into some of the little topics we got. Do a quick trailer review. You guys can hear it?
Wasn't Millie Bobby Brown arrested tonight? Is
Didn't hear
skipping?
about
No, no go.
Yep. And never mind.
What was it
Never
called?
mind.
was
The
it
Electric State.
All right, let's
Yeah.
see.
I'll send you in chat the link.
I mean, I got it right here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a few trailers. We probably obviously not gonna get to all of them, but
Yeah, it'll be fine.
like, there we go.
What up, Tony?
Tony.
God, house. Tony. I see Tony in Planet Fanatics chat. Yeah, because they start like an hour before we do, an hour and a half before we do. You know, and they kill it, man. They kill it over there.
I see
Like,
Tony everywhere. Talking about.
yeah, yeah. I think I saw Xavier in John Campia's chat the other day.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
When
So,
we did our
it's cool to see.
review, we had like 45 people in chat on the live stream, and
Nice.
Tony was on there. So yeah,
Very good.
our Tuesday ones are huge. The Saturday night one I missed last one also had like 50 people. So
Nice. Watching live?
yeah,
Damn. That's nice. The shape looks interesting. Hoping it's good like the book. Okay. Yeah.
I got it up,
Very
so
good.
we can
Yeah.
do it.
So we'll watch it and then we'll get into some of the other topics. So I need to watch from. I need to get.
Yeah, I
Dude,
need to watch it.
Y'all have no idea how good this thing is. If we and everyone I see that talks about it has like 35, 40 people in it. And the person who does the main like chat and everything about from is part of our thing that now she saw one of them and she's like, hey, can I join? So she's in all the time too. So that's
Nice.
really cool.
That's cool. You got to share it on share the stream to our community, the community tab. When you go in there. You know, just like, hey, send people over there.
I'll make sure when we do it, we'll simul stream it. But it's so good, man. I mean, when I say it's good, oh, God,
yeah. Yeah. Check it out. It said the new season's off to a great start. How many episodes did the first 2 seasons get?
Like 8 to 10.
Okay. But hour-long episodes?
Yeah, they're about
like
48 minutes.
Okay.
Like I told you, I caught it in 8 days. I was done.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'll check that out. Probably be done. I could probably be done with it in like a week or two.
You would probably be if you start watching it at work, like 2 or 3 episodes a day.
Yeah.
You'll be done at like next
time. I don't know if I could do
weekend.
2 or 3 episodes because then
it goes so fast.
Yeah, I mean it's 2.5 hours.
But you don't have to you don't have to watch it. Like you can just listen to it. You can do work while still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 hours to get you 3 episodes.
Yeah. So might be able to do that. It's like a movie length. So, all right, let's watch this trailer and talk about some other stuff. Then we talk about Agatha. I can't wait to talk about that. Cool. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're gonna check out this trailer. The new Russo brothers, their movie over on Netflix, The Electric State.
Yeah.
All right. So I haven't seen it. I know Brandman said he hasn't seen it. I don't know. Did you see it, Brian?
Nope.
I haven't.
Yeah. So none of us saw it. So I'm kind of interested because I heard a lot of stuff about it. But check it out and then we'll talk about it.
All right, here we go.
You sure you want to do this? Right now, all of us have something in common. We all lost something after the rebellion. Robots lost their freedom. Humans lost connection with each other. And I lost everyone I loved. Or so I thought.
So you want to go get your brother back? I'll go with you.
Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a champagne supernova, a champagne supernova in the sky.
I'm sorry. You can't change the way things are. Watch me.
Mr. Peanut.
Get ready.
You ready for what now?
Worm, get us out of here!
Hold on! Who throws a fridge? Son of a...
That's one hell of a cast. That's
Right?
a lot of names.
It's a huge cast.
Yeah.
Ke Kwan, Jason Alexander, Woody Harrelson, Anthony Mackie, Brian Cox,
Jenny Slate.
Jenny Slate. That's wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah. From the Russo brothers, which I mean, they do some okay things, but then they do like The Gray Man, which kind of sucked ass.
Yeah, The Gray
You know.
Man was just fine. They did that one Tom Holland drama movie, Cherry, which was just
that was-
weird.
Yeah, not good.
So it could go either way. I myself have never read the book The Electric State, so I don't really have too much grounds to go on in that case in that regard, in that
Yeah, same.
department. I mean, find time to read it, do my research before it comes out. We have enough time.
Mhm.
But overall, it looks fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks good. It looks good. I mean, for something like this where you're gonna have a lot of robots, it needs to look good visually, and I thought that looked really good.
Yeah.
At least visuals. So
When the big robot stood up, I was going to say the great answer to the world's biggest question is 42.
Mhm.
That's what I thought. It's the giant robot head, you know. Yes. I was like, okay, well, this is what we doing. All right, whatever.
yeah, but that wasn't bad. But like you said, I haven't read the books. I have no idea. Like, is the brother's soul in the robot?
The robot.
Or
that's what it
are
looked
they
like.
gonna go look for the brother? Like I don't know.
I think the robots
yeah,
all
let's
got taken and become slaves, whatever, and then they're gonna look for the robot that's her brother's soul's inside of it.
Yeah.
But Chris Pratt's wig is terrible. So
Was that a wig?
That's what it looked
weird.
like. It looked. I was like,
Yeah.
Or they just combed his regular hair forward. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
It's not as bad. It could have been worse. It could have been Jason Momoa's in Minecraft.
Oh.
It's true. That's very true.
But yeah, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if that was a wig or not. Looks very I'm not sure how I'd characterize it or describe it.
It's a bad hair.
I'm gonna say not good.
Yeah, you know, the mustache was kind of thrown off. That might be his
That
real
might
hair.
be his
too.
hair. It might be his hair. Yeah.
They just mess it all up.
Looks
It's the
kinda like
mustache
it.
that's throwing me off.
Yeah,
Like
looks-
the Hogan mustache.
At least right there, it looks kind of like he had it when he played Star-Lord. A little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little shaggier.
I don't think you're wrong. Right there is where I was. This is where I was.
Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
looks
yeah, yeah.
weird
Okay,
there.
now
This is where I
yeah.
was saying. Yeah. I don't
It
know.
looks weird there.
Maybe it's gonna be okay. I don't know. I'm just saying. It kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the Russo brothers been doing a lot of Netflix stuff. Don't they do Extraction? Was that them too?
Ooh,
They
did?
they were the executive producers. I know it was a different
The
director.
producers? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, but I mean, I've been a fan of the Russo brothers since Community. You know,
Yeah.
they helped create Community, or at least produce Community. So, you know, so I've been watching them for a while. So I'm definitely gonna give it a chance. It looks good. I like good sci-fi, some robots and stuff like that. So, well,
Sci-fi and robots got me. Don't you put some space travel in it? I'll watch anything. It's just,
I mean, you got Star-Lord, you got 11, you got robots.
well, we can't
What
get
could go
Stranger
wrong?
Things. Can't finish this damn show.
She's too busy doing a bunch of other movies for Netflix. Wow,
Crazy.
but cool. You know, yeah, that's our thoughts for the Electric State. You know, I've been hearing a lot about this for a while before the trailer came out, and the trailer just kind of dropped a week ago, and a lot of people didn't talk about it. But it's not bad. You know, not bad. You know, the show or the movie drops like what, March? I think it said
March 14th.
Yeah, so we got some time. We might get another trailer or two, but we want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you guys think about this trailer, The Electric State. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right down there. We appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us for this trailer reaction. But if you're watching live, stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic. Doing that outro and I had like burp the whole time. What we got? Mom Bear said dual modding, and we got trolls in the other chat. Oh geez, it's fun.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, 42 is my favorite icebreaker.
Let's be right back, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Then when he gets back, we'll talk about one.
Love Hurts.
The
only one about Love Hurts is the Universal stuff, but
yeah, I mean, so we didn't talk about the Superman stuff. We didn't talk about Spider-Man and Blade.
We can talk about Blade, yeah.
You want to talk
We're
about
talking
Blade?
about Blade now, actually. Yeah. Randman doesn't need that. He'll need that smoke.
Let's see. About Blade. Cool. So when he pops in, he'll just pop in. And with these, I really don't do a transition, but hit it real quick. All right. So we got the news that's surprise to nobody.
Yeah, the world's worst kept secret ever.
Yep. It's official. Blade is here it says canceled because it's just easier to say suspended indefinitely or delayed indefinitely.
Yeah.
That's just a fancy word of saying it ain't happening.
No, what's weird is Mahershala Ali is still connected to it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing you get to say or get to do when it's delayed and not canceled. You know, but also Mia Goth just signed in for this movie like a few months ago, like right after Maxine came out. Like she's like, oh, boom, she's in Blade. I'm like, oh, okay, so they're doing stuff with it, but it's for all, you know, all intents and purposes is like it's canceled.
What do you? I don't think it's canceled. I think this is what's going on. I think Ryan Reynolds is convinced Marvel to give Blade Wesley Snipes his send off. I think that's what's going on. They are going to give him his appropriate level of respect. He needs to be. He saved Marvel literally by himself, single-handedly saved Marvel, and they're going to give him his respect and his send off. We'll get Secret Wars. We'll get a little small Blade thing, and then they will recast. And Mahershala Ali, in 2028, this movie might actually come out, but that's 4 years from now.
That's if maybe 2028.
And I think it's still so because the Midnight Suns is going to be pushed through, and what they probably do is miss Midnight Suns and then do Blade afterwards. You won't have to introduce Blade. You can just do Midnight Suns and then Blade. So if you do it that way, give Wesley Snipes his props, let him go ahead and do what he's going to do, and everything will work out. I think that's exactly what we're going to get. I think Wesley Snipes gets his movie. Well, I didn't know how much I needed it because I feel like I want it too. I'm like, man, F Blade too. You know, forget it. Give me Wesley Snipes. I want to see him have his Logan send off, his respect, and his thank you from all of us for giving us the last 20 years. Because without him, there is nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. What you think, Brad, man, about Blade being canceled?
At this point, it was inevitable. I'm surprised Mahershala Ali stuck it out this long, if I'm being honest. Honestly, if this does happen, or if they do this or if they're really fast tracking this Midnight Suns movie, which I kind of hope they don't.
Oh, they're going to.
Fast tracking just very seldom works out. No disrespect to Mahershala Ali, but they need someone younger. If they're gonna move forward, if they're ever gonna move forward with Blade, they need someone with a little more longevity. I love Mahershala Ali, but he's also 50. Let's be real.
I respect that. Yeah.
And they'd have at least like a 10-year plan for whoever takes up the role. They've just kind of waited too long. It just kind of seems like a lost cause. As for the Logan style send off for Blade, I'm not sure how I feel about that. If it happened, fine. If it doesn't, I wouldn't lose any sleep over it because it kind of seems like everyone wants to be Logan nowadays when it doesn't really have to be. I think that's just. I think Ryan Reynolds is pushing for that because they notoriously didn't get along on the set of Blade Trinity, and maybe it kind of seems like he's just trying to make amends at this point. And I'm kind of like, you already did by bringing him into Deadpool and Wolverine. Again, I wouldn't be mad if it did happen, but at the same time, I wouldn't be mad if it didn't. But yeah, that's kind of but the whole Blade thing just kind of seems like a lost cause, and they got really cocksure that it was going to happen with the post credit scene with Eternals, and now that doesn't seem like it's going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
Marvel was kind of getting a little too sure of themselves at that point. So, but yeah. I'm
the whole
Mahershala Ali's hung in there this long.
What is it? The Black Knight, right? With Jon Snow. Can't think of his name. Yeah. I mean, because I did some math really quick. I was like, how old was Wesley Snipes when Blade came out?
He was
he was about 34.
35.
Yeah,
34, 35. I'm right there.
When he was filming, he was 33, 34.
Yeah. So because it came out in August 98. So yeah, so so Wesley Snipes is 62. He's 50 right now. So you're talking about a 12-year difference between Mahershala Ali and Wesley Snipes. I just don't see if Wesley Snipes is Blade right now and he looks older because he's older, obviously. In 10 years, like how is Mahershala Ali gonna look? Being Blade. The young, you got to go with somebody young, as much as I do like Mahershala Ali. I think he's great. I can't wait to see what he does in the Jurassic World, that they're going to do.
Yeah, the dude's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. I just don't, I don't know if he can be what Marvel needs him to be. And that's somebody who can stick around for like 10 to 15 years,
Is that what you really need for Blade?
Yeah, I mean, because I think he's a guy that pops in and out here and there. You know what I mean? You could do some cool stuff, especially now you got the X-Men. You could do some cool X-Men Blade stuff. You could do a cool Morbius, not Morbius. I was thinking more, but Spider-Man and Blade kind of thing. Like they did before. Like there's some cool stuff you can do with Blade where he shows up in other things.
If you bring in the Midnight Suns, I think you're only figuring you're going to focus on that. Personally, I think you're going to focus on the Midnight Suns and have Blade from those movies, and then you don't need a trilogy with it, honestly. But I agree that Mahershala Ali probably doesn't need to be Blade unless this movie comes out by 2029. I think that's the cutoff. I think 5 years, and he has to probably go somewhere else. You have to go somewhere else with it, and because we'll be done with the Avengers idea, like the whole scope of Avengers, you'll be okay. I think they do need to probably go a different direction with it, but Midnight Suns I believe is going to come out right the next year after Avengers 6.
I could see
Battle World
2026.
Right after Battle World. I think they'll go with Midnight Suns. I think that's going to be their new focus, and you can bring X-Men and still do Midnight Suns, and you kind of have more of a Earth universe type of Marvel focus. And because of that, you could do the Wesley Snipes send off without making it in a movie. Can you imagine? Like it could be like not Disney Plus, but like a Hulu or some type of thing that you could put it on TV. As an introduction, and because you're also going to have Wesley Snipes in Battle World and Avengers 5. It could also be a movie after Avengers 5. Now that we have these slots that are opening up. So you could still do it, and after Avengers 5, after Spider-Man 4, you do the Blade Logan style thing. And the reason I really want is because I believe Wesley Snipes really deserves it, and it's not talked about enough how much he really deserves it. Because it wasn't like they just made the Blade movie. He made it happen, and he started in 1995 and 1993 and started and pushed for it to happen. He put some of his own money up. So like I think that's he does deserve that. I will be happy to see it. Except I don't need him to be the hero.
Yeah,
it could also just be like this midnight. This what's the run that we just had? The comics. The one that we just when he's the bad
Blood Hunt.
Blood Hunt. Yeah. It could be just like that. Give me a send off for Blade in the Blood Hunt and have them kill him off because he becomes the vampire.
Yeah,
he becomes the thing that he's been killing all this time. Let him have that and let him die fighting that vampire urge and doing it for all of us. And that's the movie. That's the story. It works because you have the Blood Hunt already here.
Yeah. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, what if you think they wind up doing something like that, doing whatever story they want to go with, but at the end, it's like a Blade from the main MCU universe. They do a multiverse kind of thing, kind of what they did with Deadpool. And they bring in whoever is going to be the new Blade. You know what I mean? Which that's why I think you can't have Mahershala Ali and like Wesley Snipes kind of be on screen. So you're like, oh, you're replacing old Blade with a little bit not so old Blade. Like they're both old. Yeah,
you have to do it for a different person, but I don't think you need to have. I think once you get
it would be like
Battle World
almost. You know what I mean?
But you don't even have to do it because when Battle World, everything ends.
Yeah.
And it's just
I was looking the dude who didn't get the Green Lantern job was it James?
Stephen James.
Stephen James. He's young, dirty, good actor. Like I could like, hey, you didn't get that. You want to come over here and be Blade? Get somebody young, new, who you don't have to spend an arm and a leg for.
What was Stephen that?
James has been out for such a long time though.
Javante Rhodes.
Yeah,
I like that. You say Javante Rhodes. I think that's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, But there's young guys that you can give this to that
Yeah.
are not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and that will sign these like 10-year contracts. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that Marvel needs to do. It's like you're young, you're cheap, which should be important because you're dropping all this money for RDJ. You can't do that all the time because when you do your Avengers team up, or whether it be Avengers or whatever team up movie you do, you can't have like all these huge actors. That's why the Avengers we all know was starting to get pricey. Because Chris Hemsworth became a star, Chris Evans became a star. I mean, they were all big in their own right. But
Chris Hemsworth wasn't, but Chris Evans definitely became.
Chris Evans was like a rom-com guy, and but he was becoming bigger, and well more known. So it's like you got to find these guys young and cheap, get them on the long contract, and then then you turn them into stars, make them household names, and then and then Marvel, like MCU, becomes like not only a studio that like makes great movies and then they turn out these like young actors that become great stars.
I just want everyone to remember that they're going to go away from the Avengers concept.
Yeah. That's why I said, but they're still going to do team up movies.
Mm-hmm.
They just probably won't be Avengers.
Yeah,
it won't be like quote unquote Avengers.
Give us 6 or 7 years focusing on X-Men, and then do the X-Men versus Avengers.
Yeah. See, but if you do that, do you still got to do an Avengers movie, right? Somewhere in between, so people don't forget about the Avengers,
or just have certain people
have pop up.
Just have certain other heroes pop up every so often.
Yeah,
because we have 20 years of remembering it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks with this whole Blade stuff, but like Brian said, it's the worst kept secret ever.
Gotta feel bad for Mahershala Ali. He's been the only one who's been trying to like soldier through and like not abandon ship.
Yeah. Well, technically he hasn't yet.
He still hasn't. And I think they talked to him about it. I mean, Mahershala Ali's been very vocal about, the script needs to be good. He's not going to do a crappy script. They've had it that they were scheduled to start filming, and Mahershala Ali said, "Nah, we ripping this thing up." He respects the character, and he wants to do it right. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, because the rumor was the daughter. I think Blade was gonna die, and then the daughter was gonna take over, and then the movie was gonna be like the daughter in charge. Which was so bad.
And I guess like one of the script, or maybe even the one you're talking about, Tank, he was essentially like the co-star of his own movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like Hawkeye. And you're like, why are we doing this for the first Blade movie? What?
Yeah, without any buildup. At least Hawkeye had some buildup.
And Hawkeye's Hawkeye. Blade is
exactly
different.
Very different. So but we'll see. Technically it's not canceled, even though it says canceled there. It's not canceled, it's delayed indefinitely. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I'd rather get a good Blade movie, even if it takes longer, than a rushed crap Blade movie.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
We'll see. So hopefully the dust settles after the reboot kind of that they're doing. So we'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, we want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about Blade? Is Mahershala Ali gonna stick around? Do you guys think he should be replaced? Let us know down in the comments what your thoughts are. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us every Monday and Thursday where we're live talking movies, comic book news, nerdy news, all that fun stuff. But we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. And if you are watching live, stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic. What time is it? 11. You want to talk Agatha?
We can do that. We can do Cobra Kai. We can do whatever. I got Cobra Kai up. I got Agatha. Whatever you want to do. All the way up. Even though you want to go through some of these comments real quick.
Oh yeah. We got where we leave off at. Xavier said, "I'm amazed Ali hung in there for this long." Yep. We may see another Wesley Snipes Blade movie before Ali.
I think you should.
Yeah.
because he's gonna be in Secret Wars. I mean, Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret Wars. Yeah. Travis, what's up? This is how it's going.
What's up, Travis?
It is going, man. I think they should do a 45-minute Halloween special with a family running from vampires ending up in a church or something. Then Blade has to hold them off. Punch is showing up to help. That'd be cool. Oh, they might be able to do something like that with like they have that Werewolf by Night.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little one-off kind of thing.
Coincidentally, I was just watching that earlier today. Watch it every Halloween now.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be good with like a Halloween special for Blade. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to do a movie. You can do a TV show and make it street level feeling. You could do a mini series. Give them a 3-part mini series, 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do those type of things, and it could fit in with what we're doing with Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, you can figure out something to do these things the right way and give Wesley his respect, and then all right, cool. And then you see him again in Secret Wars, and then he's done, and then we get someone else.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Definitely like that. Mr. YouTube, what is up, man? Appreciate you coming in. Says Ali needs to move away from this project. It almost been a decade with Blade starts filming. And like y'all said, Ali's too old for the part. Yeah. It's what, 5 years at this point? When they announced Blade?
Over 5 years.
Over 5 years.
2018, wasn't it? Wasn't it 2018?
Comic-Con 2019.
It was 2019? Okay.
Yeah, when they announced like that whole slew of things before COVID. They announced Doctor Strange. They had announced Love and Thunder. The original plan for Black Panther 2. The surprise announcement was Blade. Like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, because he was like at the end. I think he came out at the end, like, oh,
Very end.
and we have Blade.
Very end.
Yeah, it was like the surprise announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. But yeah. Well, we'll see. Because he might be so invested in it. Does he become like an executive producer at this point? Even if he doesn't get cast as Blade any longer, like he's been so involved in it, he's like,
I think you have to step down. That's the only way they can't. They're not going to take it away from him if he stays with the project.
Yeah. My brother said, I don't know if he needs to move away, but whatever the reason for the issues need to be removed. They just can't get the script right.
You're absolutely right, Mama Bear. Yeah, like it's weird that they just can't get it right.
Yeah.
You
got to find the good writers, man. Find good writers.
Yeah. And it does make me respect him even more than I already do if he wants to make sure that it's 100% right. But I just think it sucks that he's on like their time and it's taking years and years and years. It's too bad.
Yeah.
It shows that there's not a sense of urgency for Blade.
See, like also real quick, Derpy said there's only one Blade. There only ever will be one Blade. But the Deadpool
Wesley Snipes was casting a voodoo spell when he dropped that line.
Seriously.
Hey, I don't know if you guys check this out. That's what we need to have. That's how you send them off. Trust me. This is how we send them off.
Just in a bloody
mess. Just everybody dies. Done.
So with the priority of Blade, I get why people are saying that, but also I feel like you just can't cram Blade into wherever. I think he's a certain character that has certain vibes, so you can be like, oh, hey, we just came off of the Marvels. Here's Blade. It's like, what? Like it needs to be entered properly. Otherwise, you're gonna ruin. I don't know, ruin the character, but you'll just ruin his presence of him being around.
You're doing Daredevil. You're doing that. You're already going, with
but that's a TV show that's like it's in the MCU, but it's not connected. It's not part of the big.
But it's now going to be.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be. And you can
Yeah,
instead of using what you did, because me and Brandman both wanted Spider-Man to be part of that idea, right?
Mhm.
Maybe what you use is Blade.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A grounded type of thing. Maybe you use Blade, and then you go with Midnight Suns because then you can incorporate the X-Men, and then you can get Midnight Suns from that. I'm just saying there's ways around it, but I don't know which way they're going to go, but I think that you definitely can figure it out.
Yeah. No, you can get it going. You should get it going. You know, and also like with Wesley Snipes' Blade, who's not connected to the MCU, you know, you can have him do his own thing and then find a Deadpool Wolverine way to connect it somehow. You know, Doctor Strange comes in from another universe, incursion happens. You know, you got all this stupid shit now, you know, where you can give a good reason of how he gets connected, you know, but it doesn't mean he's there forever.
He comes back to New York, and you know you have Luke Cage, you know, there, you know, Misty Knight who could be in things like that. I'm just saying you can figure out a way.
Yeah, definitely. What else we got? Chris Evans, did he really though? They really didn't do as much when you look at it.
Well, he had more. I'd say he was more. It was less of him doing more and kind of more him. He was definitely more recognized. I think.
Yeah, he became a big star for sure, but
it was.
He didn't do big star stuff.
It was like a star making role, you know.
Yeah,
his star was to be one of the trinity of Marvel. That's what made
it. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, what he did after was, but also you could have did what Chris Hemsworth did. He's like, hey, I'm gonna do other movies and still be Thor. Like, who says I can't do both? I always hated like, oh, I can't be Captain America anymore. Why not? I want to go do other stuff. Why you can't do both? Like what?
Yeah, you know, you can't pigeonhole yourself as an actor.
Yeah.
You know, and
check this out. That's all
I actually have all 3 issues.
Yes, you have, dude. Isn't it's so bloody? Moon Knight with Werewolf by Night. Right? This is what I'm saying. This is what you need to do. Make it a TV show. Matter of fact, make Midnight Suns a TV show.
I think Midnight Suns might actually work better as hell. Do the Disney Plus formula like you're doing with some of these shows and make it like a 5 to 8 episodes.
Yep,
that'll be the sweet spot.
And then you can have Midnight Suns out like you want to. You can do all the things you want. You can still, if you want to do Wesley Snipes as a movie, you can do it as a movie. You can do a continuation. You can add them to the rest of the TV shows. Have the TV shows all be in the world.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many more options. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Because they can't get it right because Blade is a rated R film. If you want to get it right.
Yeah, but they just did with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool, yeah. So it shows that Marvel potentially isn't afraid to go there if they need to.
Yeah.
And
also shout out, we got some of the Planet Fanatics people coming in.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Hey, I know Darius is always giving.
Hey, how's it going, Ty?
Yeah. So, appreciate. Hope you had fun over there. Welcome over here. Sorry, man.
Yeah, and hopefully they wouldn't make that like the R-rated formula just exclusive to only Deadpool.
Yeah.
Do it with characters that it is appropriate for. Blade, Midnight Suns. There's enough wiggle room there for it to be one of them.
Oh, Midnight Suns needs to be R-rated. It would be so Midnight good Suns if they did it.
It needs to be bloody. It needs to be like crazy and disturbing.
Just like the Punisher needs to be.
Exactly like the Punisher needs to be.
Yeah.
You can't
excuse me. You probably can get away though with more in a Blade and a Midnight Suns because you're killing monsters. You know what I mean? You know, it's not a person killing a person; it's a person killing a vampire. You know, which they tend to be
more lenient on.
You know, with stuff like that. You know, so a rated R Blade movie means there's a shit ton of blood, which is exactly what you want. You know, so yeah.
Yeah. No,
Deadpool shouldn't be the only rated R, like Brandon was saying.
Yeah, but I think what Ty said right here makes perfect sense. The whole supernatural part of the MCU needs to be R-rated. It does.
Yeah.
You know, it needs to be unbelievable. It needs to be bloody. It needs to be, you know, gritty. And that's what I'm saying. You know, make it, if you can't do it as a movie, do it as a TV show, whatever. Introduce them and give me the real Werewolf by Night. Give me, you know, real Moon Knight. Let me see what was really going on. Because it was too PG before. You need to be down and dirty when we talking about the Khonshu and all this stuff. Like, for real.
Yeah.
That will be interesting, and that will really pique people's interest in itself, period.
Yep. Yeah. You really got to go all in with that.
Yeah. And just look at the characters who are in Midnight Suns. You know, you're gonna get the dark and the gritty, and you're gonna get like the more brooding kind of characters, someone like a Wolverine and stuff like that. So you're gonna get like these guys who are not quote unquote like kid friendly. You know what I mean? They're not Captain America, they're not Iron Man. You know, they're gonna be, you know, killing people, you know, and it should be rated R, you know, and that'd be a whole cool thing. It's like, oh, this is a supernatural kind of, you know, MCU movie, and it should be automatically, you think like, oh, we're going hard with it. You know, so I like that. Kyle said, "You comparing Deadpool R humor to Bloodbath that is Blade. Simba, you have failed this."
Well, to be fair, there were
no idea.
stabbings and decapitations and the like in the Deadpool movie. It's not like it wasn't without its fair share of blood squibs.
That's what you're going to get. But the difference will be when you rated R, you can also be dark. Deadpool wasn't dark, but you can still be dark and rated R.
Yeah, you know, it was R-rated for reasons other than Hugh Jackman dropping the F-bomb every other word.
No, it was a lot of killing. I mean,
there was
a skeleton. You know, like
yeah. And then Chillmonger's in the stream. What's up, Chill? He said Deadpool needs the swearing more than Blade needs gore. Okay, I want to say that's equal to me. I think Deadpool needs to have that swearing kind of thing, but Blade needs to have the killing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, because like he's vampire hunting.
Yeah.
You know, he kills vampires. You know, just vampires alone are going to be very bloody. You know, so now you're going to kill those things. Like, yeah.
I just want that idea. I wanted to really
a good example. Interview with the Vampire. All vampires, and with how good the story is, you forget how violent it gets at times, especially season 1. Season
ripping
1,
people's throats out is blood everywhere. You're going to soak people in blood. Like that's what you need.
Yeah,
you know, to understand, and you need a great villain, right? So to have a great villain, you need to see him kill people and be a monster.
Speaking of Interview with the Vampire earlier today, sometimes I just randomly think of just how much I can't wait for season 3. But moving on, I'm deviating from off topic.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for that. No blood and Blade. Keep your Morpheus movie. Oh, that's funny.
You know, you have to kill. You have to have killing in Blade. It needs to be a hero, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and they you know, that's one thing that I gotta appreciate about the original first two movies. They weren't afraid to hold back with the gore factor and you know, that sort of thing.
Heck, the iconic scene with Wesley throwing the blade, and we're following the blade as it chops everyone's neck off. You know, that's what you need.
Yeah. You know, where Mama Bear? He's a vampire hunter with fun toys. Exactly. You need to get that. You need to get the vampire hunting and getting to play with the cool stuff like that. Those, like, you know, the head slicing boomerang. You know.
He was
Yeah.
almost like Batman. Whistler was like his Alfred, like like it was that type of thing, and he was great at it.
Yeah, yeah. Ty said I wasn't a big fan of Deadpool 3. I thought it relied too much on cameos. Thought the story was very basic and uninteresting. I get it.
That's understandable, you know,
you didn't say anything wrong.
And definitely the story was pretty basic and run of the mill. And excuse me, we talk about the more than anything, we talk about the cameos and like the appearances and stuff like that of who showed up. But I thought the story was
simple.
It worked.
Simple.
Yeah. They made it work.
But sometimes stories need to be simple when you know you just want gore, you want Wolverine being Wolverine, want cameos. That's all you really wanted. So, you know, it wasn't there to carry the MCU to a new height. It really wasn't there. I mean, it wasn't in the MCU at all.
Yeah.
You know? It was really MCU adjacent more than anything.
For like what, 2 minutes when he talks to Happy?
Exactly.
Part of the MCU.
So
which was hilarious.
Besides that, you know, and the fact that, you know, it just didn't have anyone else in it. I mean, from the MCU that really mattered. So yeah. Okay. I mean, and I think that's okay, but I think it being rated R and Blade being rated R is totally different. And I think once again, I think Werewolf by Night, having Moon Knight, having Blade, having like Logan, that could be a cool ass show or movie.
Definitely.
And being dark and a lot of killing, as long as they're killing monsters. And once again, do it like Blood Hunt. Do it like Blood Hunt. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'll be happy.
And it would be super cool if they made it like a big, like kind of you know, like kind of event where they managed to get all these actors back. I think in show form, I'd almost prefer that depending on where they are with it. And by that, I mean, you know, if they haven't introduced or done something with Blade, or they haven't really introduced or done something with the potential new Ghost Rider, I think you could kind of, you'd have enough wiggle room to flesh them out and introduce them properly in a show, rather than fast tracking and trying to cram it all in a hour 40-minute, 2 hour, however long movie. I think you have a little more breathing space in the format of a show.
Yeah. I mean, just take what they're doing with Agatha. You know what I mean? You're taking all these side witches and giving them all their own little story, but it all plays up to Agatha. You know what I mean? You could definitely do something like that, but have it build up to the main villain or the main reason why they come together. You know, so if it doesn't need to be like rocket scientists. You don't need to have an hour long, you know, video of why this person here is here or how this person got there. So yeah, you could definitely do a lot more, you know, in a TV show, you know. And again, like a lot of these characters we've seen before. We've seen Logan a bazillion times. We've seen Ghost Rider at least twice, you know, and well, 3 times if you count the show. You know, there's a different version of him, but you know, so you know, we've seen Blade before, so you can introduce these characters, and it's shown that you don't need to have a movie that introduces a character and still know who it is. Spider-Man, you know, just randomly showed up. No one like, who's that guy? Everyone knew who it was. You know, it wasn't like, you know, throwing everybody off. You know, like no part of that was like, oh, well, when that dude in the red spandex showed up, I was kind of confused. Like, no, like you know. So you know, here's Blade. You know who Blade is. So yeah. Some of these comments real quick. Anzo said just came back from Venom. Said it's okay.
Isn't it? That's kind of what I said, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too from a lot of people.
I feel like well, I'm gonna find out tomorrow, but I feel like I find myself saying that each Venom movie I watch. Oh, it was okay. It was watchable. You know,
I don't think the 2 was watchable, but I think this one once again. You know, was fine. You know, like it was, but the action at the end is enough to pull it back to being good or okay. It's supposed to be okay. The first hour is like a 15-minute period was good, And then the second hour, there's like this 30-minute period that's great. And there's a 15-minute period in there that is okay. And there's 15 minutes that are stupid. And that's kind of what you got.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and maybe I'm easy on Let There Be Carnage because honestly, I don't remember if I ever told you guys. I only watched it just the one time, so perhaps I kind of went easy on it.
But
try watching it again. I tried watching it again, and I
turned away.
It's bad.
Like I said,
wedding,
man,
the wedding part of it when they're getting married.
Yeah. That was that was corny.
Yeah.
Now that I do remember.
Yeah, because she screeched or
he
had powers too. The whole thing was weird.
The end saved it. Yeah,
the end saved it.
And that's why, as I told you guys before, pay attention to names. Eddie Brock will be going forward.
Oh,
pay attention to names.
Okay.
Get you one for tomorrow.
Yeah, but I do think Craven is taking the better approach of going with the R rating.
Yeah.
I mean, R rating is good. At least you're not afraid to go certain like cross certain lines. But it still needs to be a good movie, man. I don't know if it's gonna be a good movie.
It's just hard having Craven without Spider-Man, and that's the biggest issue.
Yeah,
it's so weird, just this whole like Spidey villain cinematic universe, if they're even connected. I don't understand,
Yeah.
And
I mean, they're going to try to use Spider-Geddon, but if they do this deal with Marvel, and they introduce Miles Morales, and you bring back the other two, even Andrew Garfield, and like maybe then you can start using Spider-Man in different ways. Because we already have Across the Spider-Verse and through the Spider-Verse and all that. Having that concept, understand there could be other Spider-Man around. Tom Holland's over here, and you have other ones around here, and you can use this one too. That will still work because we it's already been introduced to us. We don't have to be explained it. You don't have to explain it in a movie because we already know about it.
We already know. Yeah. But the only thing is, I don't know if the studio, if Marvel will be okay with it. They're like, no, we're doing Spider-Man. You can't do Spider-Man. You were doing that.
No, but that's part of the new deal that supposedly.
I don't.
I think as long as it's not Tom Holland, it'll be fine.
I don't know. I think it might be Tom Holland. They're like, okay, well, you can bounce around between this universe and that universe.
Well, what Tom Holland said that he hopes that they introduce Miles Morales, especially in this day and age. I think that could work. Andrew, we never got Andrew still hasn't finished his trilogy.
Yeah,
give him Andrew.
Yeah,
let's finish that. And let him be the one.
Yeah, Sam, pick Andrew. Yeah, I like it.
I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be really cool. I think he's probably one of the most underrated Spider-Man ever. Like he's really good at it. He's not great at Peter Parker, but he's really good.
He's great at Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's great as Spider-Man. He was just dealing with he was saddled with content that wasn't quite on par with at least the first two Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi movies. At that point, Tobey was pretty much solidified as our Spider-Man. But Andrew Garfield, I thought, he did his own thing. He made it his own. I thought he was absolutely fine. And there were things that, as a Spider-Man fan, I kind of appreciated out of I liked the first Amazing Spider-Man personally.
I did too.
I thought Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a little too, it kind of bit off a little more than it could chew. It tried to do too much. But even that, there were aspects that I liked. Loved the new suit, loved the web slinging scenes. I thought they were awesome. I liked a lot of the set design and stuff like that from a visual standpoint. I thought it was pretty well shot. I just think it was overstuffed. And I didn't really like the idea of like making Oscorp the center, basically making Oscorp like the villain factory where everything bad was going to come from. I don't think I really liked that much. But Andrew Garfield was never the problem. I thought he always he always put in 150% like he does with every role he plays. You know, I like that they leaned more into Peter like being a scientific mind and like, you know, kind of developing his own web shooters, you know, kind of
Explain that a little bit better. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
being a scientist, using his mind and stuff like that. Didn't quite get as much as that as I would have liked to see out of the Raimi trilogy.
I mean, they talked about it, but he said he was a good student but lazy. They just talked about it.
They talked about it, you know. That wasn't really enough for me. But yeah, you know, I'd be all for Andrew Garfield getting to round out, you know, like his own trilogy.
Get his alien fight.
He's older too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
so
know,
it works better. It works now.
yeah, I think he's kind of around the right age that I'd probably really, if it were up to me, like especially the age he was when Amazing Spider-Man came out, I would have just kind of bypassed the origin because we had already seen it told at that point. Kind of almost what they did with Spider-Man Homecoming, where they just kind of bypassed the origin because they just assumed the audience already knew it. Which I appreciated, by the way. And have like a 25, 27-year-old Peter Parker, you know, who's kind of been around the block at this point. I think that might have been kind of cool.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, you go with the Ultimate Spider-Man comic book run that you're doing right now, which is
awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so good.
Every issue I'm getting into 10. I'm like, let's go. I'm mad that I got to wait till November to get to 11. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Don't y'all know I'm waiting for this? Like, you know, that it's getting to that point. So yeah, you can go a little older.
Yeah.
But once again, my nephews, when I talk about Spider-Man, they literally say Miles Morales. Don't even understand. You know, it's crazy. So like, there's room for all this because of Spider-Man. I know Chill ain't gonna like that, but yeah.
I mean, here, like Mary saying this, Miles is the new Spider-Man. You know, and like you said, that's who they know. But they're saying I think Tom is going to be done after Secret Wars.
And I'd be fine with Miles being introduced in live action down the line. I think I kind of want you know, I'd be fine with Tom getting another 3 movies at this point, even though it may or may not happen, just of him kind of being the friendly neighborhood street level Spider-Man. Maybe 2 to 3 more movies and then introduce Miles.
I think you introduce Miles in 5.
Like introduce Miles as like Peter's neighbor or something like that. But I'd say like have him become Spider-Man in the following movie. You know,
yeah, you got do what the game did. Introduce the character and then have him become Spider-Man.
Because once again, you don't have to, just because you brought a new character in, doesn't mean you have to get rid of the old character.
Yeah.
This is why I said with Shuri and T'Challa.
Yeah.
This is what I always said. You do not have to get rid of one to have the other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't have to follow the comic book. I think the video game does it. I think the video game has a better introduction of Miles than the original comic book did. You know, like I get why it was a big deal back in what 2012 or whatever it was. You know, it was like, you know, you kill Peter, here's Miles, but the game did it better, I think. You know, he's a little bit older Miles. He gets introduced, you know, and then he still has his own all the same things, you know, with the dad dying and stuff like that. So, you know, I think that might be a better way to go, because then you can keep, you know, either Tom or Andrew and introduce Miles through either of them. You know, so I like it.
I 100% agree. Yeah.
Toby's my favorite. Toby is everyone's favorite. He's just the OG.
He's the one we all grew up with.
Exactly.
And yeah,
Spider-Man 2 is still my favorite Spider-Man movie. I think it's the best movie. I love Spider-Man 2. It meshed perfectly.
Travis, I can't show that, but that's funny.
Yeah, it really upped the ante in every way. It's probably, I'd say it's my favorite Spider-Man movie too.
Oh
yeah, I'm not gonna show that. I won't get in trouble, but that is funny. Tom Holland, #1 for Chill.
I
Okay.
like Tom also. He's kind of he's either like he's probably right behind Toby for me, or almost like neck and neck with
I think
him. 'Cause
Tom is the best of both worlds. He's
the
a
best of
great
both
Peter
worlds.
and a great Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think Toby is the best Peter.
Mhm.
I think Garfield's the best Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yep.
And Tom is probably the best combination of both.
Yep,
Yeah.
he strikes up just the right balance, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's none of them that I don't like.
Mhm.
And just for the heck of it, I have to throw in Christopher Daniel Barnes as Spider-Man, who voiced him in the animated series,
Yeah,
just
maybe,
because
yeah.
when I read a lot of the comics, I still kind of
That's
part of
the
me still
voice.
always kind of hears his voice.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the storyline who I hear.
Mhm.
But mostly I think it's usually Toby still for me.
Yeah.
Is it? Nah,
Even when
for
I'm
me,
like,
it's the animated.
even when I'm reading like Ultimate Spider-Man now,
Mhm.
I'm still imagining it as Toby because he said I married MJ, all this
Mhm.
stuff. Like the whole storyline matches up with this, and I'm still thinking and envisioning that.
Yeah. No, I think he said put it in private chat so Brandon can appreciate Travis's joke. I think he should be able to see it now.
He sees it now.
Yeah.
He got it.
Yeah.
Says it's not enough baby oil in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, shit. I mean, shit. That's our kind of our Spider-Man 4 kind of talk, but this didn't bring it up. It was just Spider-Man talk, really.
One thing we didn't really talk about is the fact that that Tom already got to read the script, and he likes the script. But he said it's still got some ways to go because it has to fit into what's going on. The fact that it's going to be after the whole Doom movie, right afterwards. They're filming it right afterwards, and they're going to be releasing it right afterwards. It has to still fit into what's going on in the rest of the MCU.
Yeah. He already said when they're filming in the summer,
right after. Like as soon as they're done with Doomsday,
he's going to hop right into that.
He's going right on. Like they're not taking any time away.
Yeah, because I think he was on Jimmy Fallon, and he had asked him. He goes, "Are you going to be filming Spider-Man 4?" And he said it starts. He said it starts next summer, which I'm assuming is this summer.
2025 summer.
Yeah,
2020,
yeah, of course.
So, but yeah, so so that's official, and that's really the biggest thing. But yeah, him and Zendaya both read it, and they were both pretty excited about it. They said it was pretty good. It just needs, like you said, some working.
To take momentarily forgot which Jimmy.
One of them.
Yeah, the not good one.
Yeah, I think which one? They're all kind of boring now. But yeah. All right, you guys want to jump in and talk?
Yeah, we'll do Agatha real quick.
Yeah, let's do
Agatha.
Agatha.
Yeah, see if we have some time to watch another trailer or something. Cool. Let's talk Agatha. Get going. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian DeGrizzly, and we're gonna talk about Agatha, episode 7. Was it?
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, that one I know. Death in Hands Mine, I think it was. Something like that. It was Death in My Hands, or no, I think it was Death in Hands Mine, because it was like weird the way they did it. But it's everyone's calling this one the penultimate. Technically, it's not, but the next 2 episodes drop together. So if you want to count those as like one big episode, I get it. But technically, there's still one more week with 2 more episodes.
It's Death's hand in mine.
Death's hand in mine.
And then you're grabbing Death and you're walking along with Death.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, another trial. We got who is it? Was it Lilia, right? I think is her name.
Yeah. Lilia, yeah.
Yeah, Lilia. It's pretty much her trial. But what do you think about this episode, Brandon?
I liked that. I liked how it shifted focus to Lilia. I kind of like. It's almost becoming my favorite thing about this show, how they're kind of shifting focus from episode to episode. Didn't expect Lilia to be the focus of this one, or her kind of being the protagonist of sorts.
Mhm.
I think they're handling the ensemble aspect in that regard pretty well. I thought Patty LuPone was really, really awesome. This is the first episode where she really, really stood out acting wise to me.
Mhm.
Because she got more to chew, which was
Do
awesome.
you think that was on purpose?
Yeah.
That they had her say stuff, but you didn't really want to notice her until
this episode?
this episode, because then you can start seeing she did say that. That did happen. And we just kind of she's kooky, whatever.
Yeah.
And not realizing what was really going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
kind of what I appreciated the most about this particular episode.
Mhm.
Kind of like how they're kind of playing around with like the some of the characters dressing up as different witches. Like we got Billy as Maleficent and Agatha as the Wicked Witch. I got a kick out of that. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, even her was like, "Oh, I'm the character was based off me."
Yeah, that was
so
fun.
funny because it's not based off her, but the person she loves,
Mhm.
which is awesome too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it hooks you in the sense that by the end of each episode, I kind of find myself having questions as to what happens next, which I think in a show like this is probably the best thing that you can do. While maintaining your interest. So I'm really liking this show. It's an unexpected surprise, because I didn't know what to think when they first announced it.
Yeah,
and it's really just delivering. It's delivering more than I expected in that regard.
Yeah. I was a horror geek. Appreciate you coming in. Said I can see why this is the most of the cast's favorite episode. Yeah, I think pretty much almost all of them said this is their favorite. They got to cosplay. They got to cosplay. Although it took me a while to figure out who Jen was. I'm like, is she Gandalf? I'm like, who is she?
The old witch from Snow
She's
White.
the evil witch. She's the evil witch hag.
Yeah, the one from Snow White. They handed her the apple. Yeah,
looks exactly like her.
It.
Not even what?
Yes, she did. With the warts and everything, she looked exactly like her. That's the first thing I thought was Snow White. Immediately.
Did you that? That's why I'm like, where's she? I'm like
you don't think about all the evil witches? Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but when I think of the evil witch, I don't think of the hag. I think of like, the evil witch at the beginning of the film. You know what I mean?
No, I think about the hag because she's the one that handed the apple, and that's exactly what she looked like. So that's why I thought that. But this episode was interesting. I just thought Patty LuPone's character was like really like emotional. And that exactly what I was saying. I just wanted to see Mephisto. I thought that she was going to be Mephisto.
Yeah, that was a good theory.
That because that's why you wrote the sigil on it, and it was just to give him time, give Teen or whatever you want to call Billy or William, whatever time. But I thought that even the Billy or William, who am I, was an interesting question, but we never really revisited that because we stayed with Lilia, and then I thought it was just beautiful too, and the concept that you're running through time, giving like Memento or like feels, because you're going from one spot to the next spot to the next thing, and you're starting to realize jumping through time. It's like my favorite Star Trek episode. It's like the last one for season 7, like when you're jumping from this time to this time period to this time period, and you start to have to put this puzzle together to figure out what's going on, and then you realize all three of us can be at the same spot. We're all trying to figure out time is not linear, and she totally said that, and I thought that was a really cool concept to bring into a TV show right now. They really explained a lot of stuff. They talked about a lot of stuff that we're going to have to revisit in episode 8. I'm pretty sure, because. She asked all the questions that we asked. Where's Aubrey Plaza? Where is she?
Rio.
Rio is just nowhere to be known. Oh,
yeah,
Rio
still,
is death.
Where's Rio?
And then they show her as death and show her coming to her as that. And I thought that was amazing. The way they did it just looked so cool. And when I think back about that they spent less money on this than any other Disney Plus, what the hell did they spend money on then? Because this looked amazing. And it was just it was a good story. They played it well. I don't know how they shot it, but it looked so good. And I think it was my favorite episode I've had of the season so far.
Yeah. This same, man. This was, I think, my favorite episode because right off the bat, it starts with them falling or her falling, with the outfit, and then it literally like it bounces between all these times, and the episode didn't feel rushed, but it was well paced, where you just feel like you're being like pushed along, because like, you're almost not kind of confused how she's confused because everything's happening so quick. And then by the end of the episode, you're just like, oh wow, like that was such a satisfying conclusion to her trial, and I thought this episode might be one of the better written Disney Plus Marvel shows out there, episodes, at least episode wise, like because it made sense why everything that happened before. It made sense. It makes sense for the character, for the situation, what they're going on, everything. And I'm like, the way this episode was like up there with some of the best ones. And it makes sense because WandaVision is one of the best shows, if not the best. And it's the same writer and showrunner, So they knew what to do. Which one? Loki's better. Loki is the best.
Give me Jonathan Majors at the end, man.
But even like, but even like that, I love how like again, we have another show that dealt with time skips and stuff like that, and I gotta give a shout out to Mary. Do y'all think Wanda is coming back to the MCU with a $1.99 super chat? Appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate that. Give her something and then let's answer it.
I'd say at this point, yes.
Let me.
Oh, sorry.
I need to get a Wanda one. I saw a Wanda one, but for now we'll get you this one. Not that one. My bad. Not that one. Yeah, I was like, where's the other one I was looking for? Oh, there we go. Not the Tupac. All right, Brandman, what do you think? Is Wanda coming back to the MCU?
At this point, I feel like she will.
Is this show going to bring her back? I think that's I'll add to that question.
It could. I think there's enough room, and it would kind of make narrative sense for them to.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for the super chat too. So yeah, thank you so much.
I think it would make narrative sense for them to. I think it's the easiest way. If Elizabeth Olsen shot a secret cameo and boom, we see her at the end. I think that would be I think that would be awesome. But I think they kind of barely scratch the surface with Wanda. There's too much that they could do not to bring her back.
Yeah.
I don't think it could just, in hindsight, I don't think it could just end at Multiverse of Madness. There's no way, especially with a character as OP as her. And I don't think they've showcased just how OP she really can be. So I see them bringing her back. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Brian?
There's no doubt that she's coming back, and it's kind of what she said. Like, I already know she's coming back. I don't think she comes back in this show. I believe that the worst part about this entire episode was the fact that Agatha was barely in it. Okay, so like they're going to focus on the last two on Agatha, and I don't think I think it's going to be more Tommy than it is going to be Wanda. So, but Wanda is going to be there definitely in the Vision show, and I could see her playing a big part going forward in Marvel, because she's another person that you can put a lot of different things in. She's a mutant, so she works with the X-Men. If you want to continue to pull who's going to be part of the Avengers, you could have Wanda really pull a lot of this stuff together. So she's going to come back. I think she's important overall in the story, and she's very OP. She's a very cool character that you could do a lot of different things with, and they really only tip the tip of the iceberg with her. So yes, I think she definitely comes back. I think Elizabeth Olsen, they will do whatever it takes to get her back, including giving her whatever money they write a blank check. And they were like, here you go. Like, I think that it's to that point, but I don't think she does it in the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely coming back. Like I said, like WandaVision being a great show. This show with her, she's not even in the show, but yet she's
just the thought of her.
She's around, you know what I mean? Like they keep talking about Wanda, they keep doing this. They like she's important, even though she's dead and stuff like that. Like they're still talking about this character so much, So they're definitely bringing her back. But I think at the end of this show, they hint at how or possibly why they might bring her back or stuff like that. But they're not bringing her back in the show. The cameo, like Brandman said, you fall asleep.
It looks like it.
Are you good?
Was just looking at something.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna lean my head to
but if she's too big to not, but if they do a cameo, that'd be cool. Also, I think it would be a cool thing they do for her show, because Doctor Strange was supposed to do the cameo in her show, but COVID kind of screwed all that up. So I wonder if she'll like, hey, it didn't happen in my show, but I'll do it for your show, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it, but you never know.
I don't think they do it, but they will say they'll end the show saying that she's alive.
Yeah.
So we see Tommy, and then we get to know that she's alive.
Let Brandon snap. Well, hashtag.
I mean, there's other things that I really liked in this episode. I mean, I say when was it Sashir? What's her name? Was Jennifer's character? Whatever.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
That's her.
Jennifer Kale. Yes, I think her name is Sashir. But her seeing her that each one had their own names when they're putting who are you, what characters are you playing when you did the tarot reading. I thought that was really cool. The tarot readings between that for the cast members. And even with Wanda, they're saying like she's this awful person, and let's say it was just the opposite. So she's really not what you think she is. And I thought that was all that was really cool. And once again, it's going to have to be revisited.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely touch in a lot of the stuff, because like you said, a lot of it was quick and fast. And I love how it was also quick and fast because of the situation they were in. You know what I mean? Like literally the ceiling of swords were falling down on them, so like they couldn't sit there and mess around for too long. It's like death was literally like falling. Also, I love how the swords, I could be me, I gotta go back and watch it, but I'm pretty sure some of the swords look familiar. They look like other swords I've seen before, like in other things, like one dropped. I'm like, why does that kind of look like the He-Man sword a little bit? Like legit. Like I was like, what? There's one that dropped. It's not a perfect recreation of it, but one dropped, and it was the Excalibur sword from the movie Excalibur. 100%. I'm like, that's Excalibur. Like I've watched that movie a bazillion times. That was Excalibur. I mean, it's kind of a generic looking sword, but it looked like it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I heard that too. It was like people were like saying like there are other swords from pop culture.
I mean, I believe it.
So,
I definitely believe it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I definitely liked it. Horgy said, Jen, the path forward, the high priestess.
The high priestess, that's what it was. Is the high priestess, and going forward, they have to follow you. I thought that was something that was interesting. And then the 3 swords through the heart. That's something that we're going to revisit. And then what was it? The Knights of Wands. Wanda.
I didn't even think about that.
The 3 Pentacles. And then what was the first one? The Queen of Cups was Lilia. So I thought that's going to go back and really see that. And that's going to be interesting in the next episode, because the next episode is going to be 2 in a row. I'm excited by that. I almost don't want it to end because I won't be upset when it's over.
Yeah.
For someone who did not want this damn show.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, where's where he said, what the heck, where is it? Here you go. It's the show we didn't want, but it is enjoying very much. Yeah. No one wanted the show. No one was really talking about. No one was hype. And then episode 1 came out. Like, okay, but episode 1 and 2 came out. More importantly, so
Because
by
if,
the end of
it
that,
was just
like,
episode 1, they might have lost me.
they might have lost a lot of people. But by now it's like you're 7 episodes in, and each episode is better than the last, and it keeps getting better and better and better. And it's
I'm a
really,
bit she did though.
yeah. I mean, the witchy stuff, I mean, I was kind of, I don't want to say excited. I was interested in it. I like witchy stuff. It's always entertaining. I like Aubrey Plaza. I like Catherine Hahn. So I was kind of like, I'm like, okay, let's see what we got. And then I like the character of Agatha, but I didn't know you could do like a story with whatever she was doing. But
it's funny because they're focusing on her without focusing on her. They're still literally focusing on the coven.
Yeah. And that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do a show when you have multiple characters, but you have them all have their moment in the sun and then tie it together to the main part of the story. Yeah. So Ty said, I'm not enjoying the show at all. I don't know why I find it so uninteresting. You're not the only one. We have another guy in our chat. Usually he's in our chat, Brandon Davis, and he said the same thing. He's not digging it, which I get. I mean, it's not for everybody. It's like what, an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So I mean, it's high, but also that still gives us like 15% of people who don't like it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I understand that. I understand people not liking it, but I do like it. I think that it's come the right time. And once again, I was totally against this. I thought this was a waste of time. And I think their storytelling is doing much better than it is done in any other show. Most of the time with the shows, they just try to throw crap against the wall. This show and Falcon and Winter Soldier, I thought that those are two very well written stuff. I enjoyed the way they wrote it. Loki, I just enjoyed Jonathan Majors at the end. I enjoyed the cool
awesome.
things I saw. Awesome. He Who Remains is just always going to be there in my heart. Honestly, like I thought that was awesome. But even him being the god of stories in this one, with Victor Timely, like I thought that was good, but it matched the movies. It matched what's going on and all that. This is a totally different animal. It's just different.
Yeah. Jonathan Majors is great. He was great in that.
He's a great actor. That's not even a question. Great actor.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this whole show is great. Here you go. Nothing will be universally loved. Even Nutella has haters.
I don't like Nutella.
I almost broke up with a girlfriend when she's like, I don't like Nutella. I was like,
I don't like Nutella.
What?
I don't like hazelnut spread.
Is it the hazelnut? That's what I started hearing. More people don't like hazelnut.
I don't like hazelnut. So it is what it is. I like peanut butter. I just don't like hazelnut.
Oh man.
Hey, here's something. I don't like Reese's. I don't like Reese's peanut butter cups.
What?
Really?
Yeah. I know. I'm on like an island by alone.
Yeah.
I know that. I just don't like them. I don't like peanut butter and chocolate. I like peanut butter by itself. I love chocolate by itself. I don't like peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah. I had Nutella maybe like once or twice and can't quite remember what it tasted like.
The hazelnut chocolate. It has a unique taste for sure.
I remember trying it and thinking it was all right. Nothing I rush out to like grab, but I thought it was fine. If I remember correctly.
It's cool, but that's where it stays.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, point. Prove it. And check. Yeah. So here we'll finish.
I'm not a hater. I just thought it was fine.
So that's the point. I know everyone loves it. My wife, I'm about to buy my wife the big ones. When I see them, I buy it all the time. She loves it more than anything. But you know what? I'm also very weird about candy.
Yeah.
I'm just very, because I'm not a health freak like that dude right there, but I'm very careful about chocolate and sugar. I'm very careful about sugar. So it's just something wrong with me, man. I don't know.
Oh man. Was it Lily telling Agatha when she that's right. When she
Like
calls
when
you a
Rio
coward,
calls you
hit
a
the
coward,
deck.
hit the deck.
Oh yeah, I
It gives
forgot
me
about
hope
that
that she
line.
still may be alive. Yeah, I think Rio is still alive.
Yeah.
You
But he's
know,
talking about Wanda, I think. But I think that
or
Rio's the one that's
Wanda.
gonna call her coward. I thought that was the point.
Yeah. Oh, when she calls you a coward, hit the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you think
I
it'll be
remember seeing
Wanda
that.
that calls her coward?
Which I can
That's
understand.
interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. All right. No one in
Exactly.
Marvel is really dead. Exactly. It's
Exactly.
comic book.
It's all comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all comic book. All right. So we'll finish off with this with 2 episodes left. Can this show stick the landing? And if it sticks the landing, it might be top 5 MCU shows, for sure.
Fingers crossed. They're
What do you think?
going pretty strong.
Yeah.
I think they found their footing pretty early, and it's kept me glued to the screen. And there's a lot to appreciate with it. I just hope, like you said, man, if they could stick the landing, absolutely. I hope so.
If Mephisto shows
I
up.
agree with you, Ty. For real.
I kind of want to see Mephisto, to be completely honest. I'm kind of in the air as to whether it'll happen. But fingers crossed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we know he exists. They brought him up, so
Yeah, totally.
we
Yeah.
know he's part of the universe, like legit now. So yeah.
It's just the when.
Yeah. But I think Rio being death is the final boss. Because she even says that all roads lead to me. So, right there. What do you think, Brian? Can they stick the landing? Will they stick the landing?
I think they watched all the episodes and realized the first one is weak, so they need to put them together. And the last 2 are really just one long episode, so they put them together. And they did it the right way. So I'm thinking they know they need to stick the landing, and that they will. And I think that once again, Rio being death and death being a character that's going to be carried along in the rest of Marvel, especially now they've explained that King Thanos is coming, right? So Thanos is coming back. Once again, no one in Marvel is ever dead, right? So
Right.
Thanos is coming back now. All right. He's going to probably be an underling of Dr. Doom. Why not have death there?
Yeah.
And connect now there's a real connection between what's going on now and what's going on with this show. So I just think that it has to be good. And if it's just good, this will be probably a top 5 show. Number 5 for me.
Yeah. So it's I think it's gonna stick the landing. Kind of what Brian said. Like they know what they have, and they know like, hey, this show's got to finish strong. Especially like imagine like being the showrunner and be like, hey, here's your budget. You're like, this is the lowest budget ever, out of any MCU film or any MCU Disney Plus project, and then being able to turn around and be like, all right, I'll show you what I got, and then like knocks it out of the park with something like this. So I think it's gonna end well. I don't know how well it's gonna tie into the MCU as a whole. But we'll see.
I mean, King Thanos has already been told that he's going to be there.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
All but confirmed, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing the ride in Disneyland with King Thanos.
All of them have said it. Like Josh Brolin was like, "Yeah, I heard they're bringing back Thanos." We're all gonna. King Thanos makes sense, and the fact that Thanos was the biggest villain from our first first 4 chapters and everything, and sagas or whatever, but that's he was the biggest thing ever, and he's gonna be working for Doom. That makes Doom even a more epic threat. And then you have Death in the same thing with Deadpool and Doom. I mean, within Thanos, just makes sense. I think that all of it makes sense, and that now brings Death into this thing too. So you can bring Mephisto, you can bring all those into the movies. They can be everywhere. and it all can make sense. So I think they definitely do it.
Yeah, I just want to see her say something about Thanos, not directly, because there's that whole scene of in what Avengers 1, I think, or whatever Avengers it was. It was like, oh, to fight them is to court death, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to see her. It's like, oh, some jackass keeps wanting to court me, like something like that. Just a little hint of like.
He'll say something like, Agatha is my most serious relationship except there's one purple guy.
Yeah, that's too on the nose. I think it needs to be super vague.
It's Aubrey Plaza. What the hell? You're never vague. She might straight up say, I did this purple guy once, but that was a long time ago.
That was eons ago. Yeah, but yeah, definitely digging it. And we'll finish it up and then we'll get into some of the comments real quick. But yeah, so that's our thoughts with episode 7 of Agatha. People are really, really loving it. I haven't heard too many bad things about this episode from a lot of the viewers. Just 1 week left, 2 episodes left. We got an hour 15-ish, right before Halloween. It's witchy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like it's gonna be like just a perfect concoction of exactly what everyone wants, kind of thing.
And if it's not good, I will be trashing it next week.
Yeah, if it fails, it's gonna be bad. But we want to hear from you guys what you guys think about episode 7. We there's a bunch of stuff we haven't even got into because there's so many Easter eggs in this one. But we want to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about episode 7 of Agatha all along. Make sure you come check us out next Thursday, Halloween.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, we should be live. Trick or treating is done by then.
Yeah.
So come check us out, and then we're gonna be obviously talking Agatha all along and see how that all ends. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and come and join us. But if you are watching live, stick around because we're gonna get into those comments you guys are putting in there. Well, there was one thing I forgot to say. I didn't want to just say it at the end. But I loved how they were all like pop culture witches and how much Lilia hates that. She hates because she goes, oh, that's all those are tropes. I hate how the media portrays witches. And then like in her trial, they're all witches throughout like fairy tales and stuff like that. I thought that was like something like all the little details in this episode were like super like cool.
I just love the idea that she her first coven, she saw their deaths.
Yeah, all her mother.
Deaths, and then told her about it.
Yeah,
told her about it. But that wasn't that her mom? Was that her mom or the highest priestess?
Good question. I assumed it was
the leader. It could be leader of her coven. That's why I figured she was a part witch, and then it's part of their religion. And she was the high priestess teaching her stuff. And she said she saw their death, and it's like, what can we do? Death is coming for all of us.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. And then she finally realized she had her new coven. And that was important, and that she had to need to tell them, you're the high priestess. You're this, talk about who everyone was. I thought that was very cool in this episode.
Yeah. Even how she knew what was going on. So she's like, oh, which part of you am I talking to? Like it was something along those lines where she was like, when are you? Like, who am I talking to? And it was like interesting, that she had this conversation with this person. And the person knew it was different times of the same. I thought it just all was so well done, and it just made sense, And I think
the only way for her to know that time wasn't linear was for that she was told this, and obviously her first coven is one who told her all this stuff.
Yeah. That's I say my favorite episode 3. Which one was episode 3? Was that Was that the first trial? That was the first trial, I think, right? Yeah. That's when they're like the Desperate Housewife kind of one, I think.
That was the first time they went to and then they had to find the game. What the hell happened? That one.
Miss Hart.
Miss Hart
dies.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. that's when the show got real. I'm like, okay, she's dead. Is she dead? You know, it was like, and for all
That was the first
all
time we
we
thought it
know,
was kind of fun.
yeah.
Whose team?
Yeah, exactly. Jorge said if the last 2 episodes are as good as episode 7, I'll be happy. Yep, I see that. The show is perfect gateway for more horror / scary shows in the MCU. Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, Blade, Mephisto. Yeah,
It could open the
can get
doors more
scary.
wider for the more supernatural aspect.
Yeah, you can still get scary and not go too crazy with like the gore of scary, and still have a good story. Practical effects that people still like. Practical
That's all my
effects.
practical effects. It's
You
my
know,
favorite
like
thing.
we got the volume used in every single Star Wars show. We got all these like special effects everywhere being used. Meanwhile, here's this show is like, oh, here's like this demon
Put a
exorcist
person in the costume and let's
girl,
call
the
it a day.
costume. Yeah, yeah. Some good makeup. Boom. Some good set design. And the set design is not even like insane. It's good, and it pulls you in as the viewer of like, oh, this is where I'm at right now. This is where we're at. So especially this one, I love being in that tower kind of thing. I thought that whole episode looked really cool.
Not by far the best looking episode I think we've had.
I thought so too. Also with you wind up getting rid of the 7.
The way they killed her,
Salem 7. Yeah, I'm like, so right before you get to the big ending of the show, the bad guys who you thought were the bad guys get like, get taken care of, in a very good way.
We knew that was going to happen though, right?
I thought they were going to play some role of Agatha getting her powers back.
The fact that Rio was going was the whole thing for me.
Yeah. Like Rio showing up and she sees Rio sees death. That looked cool as shit though too. That looks super cool.
That's actually what my wife is for Halloween.
Nice. Let's get a
really?
hoodie.
Yeah. She has the whole the cloak, the sigil thing, the thingy, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. I was like, yeah.
Rhea Ripley or Rio? Rio. Did I say Rhea?
I don't know.
Rio. Couple ones real quick. Marvel needs to get the Loki writers to write every finale.
I agree. It's the best. Their finales are off the damn chain.
Yeah, as far as the MCU shows go, they're the ones that really like nailed it.
Yeah. I think Wanda would have had a little bit of better ending if it wasn't for COVID, because COVID happened right when everything was getting shut down, and they didn't have a chance to like shoot the ending they wanted, so they had to like put it together.
Yeah, so. It takes an effect on it, and that's why I think Wanda is number 3 for me, because I put Loki 1 and Loki 2.
I count it as 1, because Loki is just the whole show.
Well, no, that ended with Jonathan Majors. We came out of that elevator eating the apple. I was like, man, let's go.
That was great. Go. Just in there, great, and it was like, here's a great way to introduce a character, but also it was like it wasn't the same character that we know him as. It was
so awesome. Good, and then they had to go and ruin them getting beat by ants.
God, that was idiotic.
Yeah,
that was so lame.
That's so bad. Okay, so they need to stop bringing people back. It's desperate. They should have kept Kang.
Well, we all know why they didn't do it and why they didn't stand behind it, and they were wrong. They were wrong, but they also were wrong for doing what they did to him in Ant-Man and Wasp.
As a character,
he should have kicked the crap out of him and left. That's what should have happened, and it pisses me off every time I think about it.
Yeah. He could have still lost and still like won by getting out.
He didn't need to lose because he did. He won. And then some ants came and beat him up. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That was insulting.
Even Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, they won with the ants. Like, come on, man.
That's funny.
It was so stupid. I don't know.
It really was. R.I.P. Blade. Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier.
Yeah.
Ty said, by the way, I'm glad y'all still talk good about Jonathan. A lot of people who didn't follow the trial still shit on him. Dude didn't deserve to lose King Row.
Hell no, he didn't deserve to lose his King Row. You should have saw what we think.
Yeah, didn't deserve to lose his whole career. Dude was about to skyrocket.
Yeah, because I think you said you came from Planet Fanatics and Chill Stream over there, and I mean we didn't go as deep as like Chill went every week and stuff like that. But we agree with Chill and pretty much everything he said. I think he got screwed. And that's what I'm saying.
It's about New York. It's about being a black man. It's about
the fact
that he looked like a white woman, and it was all about all the things that how it looked like. So I don't even want to go back and revisiting all that all the time because it makes me mad just thinking about it. I agree with Dre. What Dre Max said. I agree with like this. It was almost like a witch hunt. In any other way that this would be thrown out as a case. Are you crazy? Like this. Whatever. Yeah, man. That makes me. There's that place, part. Not New York.
The whole like case part is one part of the argument. Then there's what the studio did, and by letting him go. But I'm like, you brought on a convicted felon, you keep an abuser, and then when it comes to like this guy who did some misdemeanor things, pretty much like, hey, you did what you did, but according to the jury, you did it by accident. That was kind of the verdict.
She was going crazy on it. He picked her up, placed her back inside, but he put it a little bit too hard, and that's what's going on.
You accidentally hurt the person. It wasn't maliciously or anything like that. But it's like, so who got fired? The convicted felon, the abuser, or the guy that accidentally hurt somebody?
Who was chasing him? Who came and went around chasing him?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's
I don't want to go there.
Well, yeah.
I'll be mad all over again.
Yeah. But I am happy to see what's that the new movie he's got? Something Dreams.
Magazine Dreams, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Magazine Dreams. That found a home, so that should be coming out pretty soon.
Big bolt of lightning out.
Yeah, I've been hearing it outside. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah. I had to still admit, still running from. He's still. Get out of here, Kyle. Oh man, the guy who ran trying to save his
job, man. He's trying to not be in that situation. Everyone's been in a situation where you're trying to get away from something, and still, just because the way the world works, you get you're in a bad situation. Mm-hmm. It's bad. Yeah. It was a bad situation. I still don't like it.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. You know what? It could happen to anyone.
Yeah.
I
just hate how
I'm married now, so it can happen to me now.
But just like the media still is like, oh, he's an abuser. I was like, no, like that's not what
follow the freaking trial. Did you see anything that would fucking happen?
Yeah,
seriously.
Even if you want to go by just what he's convicted for, just if you keep it black and white, if that's what he's convicted for, then that's not. It's not an abuser. It's not somebody who maliciously went out of his way to harm somebody. You know what I mean? Plus, then you start reading between the lines and all the other bullshit with the trial that try to hide things.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Can't we trust the girl? She kept up with him on the heel.
Hey, no,
taking those steroids.
Exactly, the steroids. I mean, unbelievable how fast she had good form too, cheek to cheek.
Yeah.
She was hitting it. I was like, man,
how are we proud?
Yeah.
Man,
that like Terminator 2, T2.
Exactly.
You start turning to liquid at some point. Just go through a wall.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. They fired him with Mr. Bean and replaced him with a felon. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh God.
That's exactly what they did.
I didn't even think about that because I just said RDJ is a convicted felon, but they legit replaced him with a felon. I didn't even think about that. Holy fuck, that's wow.
That's exactly what happened.
That hurts. They don't follow all this clickbait. They only read the thumbnail. That's pretty much. It's a T100. It's the Cameron 1000.
Oh, it's the K1000. It's the
K1000.
K1000. Oh man.
Shit. I wanted to do the Smile review, and we got sidetracked talking about Spider-Man for a fucking hour. It's all good.
We could, actually.
It's all right. Late.
Let's just end the show right now and then do a Smile review real quick and then release it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. If I ever get to talk to Feige, I'm gonna bring that up to him. LOL. That's funny. That is true. That is true. But I wonder how higher than Feige it was. It could have came from the top. Like, we can't have this guy who just is in the trial.
It has everything to do with America is, and what's going on in New York and all that. It's just, if he wasn't a black guy, it wouldn't have been the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just wasn't.
That wasn't Kevin. Disney fired him. I mean, we don't really know, but yeah. But for me, it's like no one ever came out and said he's fired. You know what I mean? We only heard it through the tabloids and the press.
I thought they actually did. You saw?
Did they? I was trying to look for it, like, I don't say the other day, but not too long ago, and I didn't find anything. But well,
yeah, it almost felt kind of swept under the rug, or just kind of quiet about it.
Yeah.
And yes, to answer Carl's question, yeah. Anyone ever curious how the Edgar Wright Ant-Man movie would have turned out? Definitely.
It would have been.
Didn't they have a whole script and everything, and then they had to sign like NDAs to not tell anyone what the hell is going to happen in it?
Mm-hmm.
I think they had to sign NDAs.
Yeah. I mean, I know stuff came out. It might have been Edgar Wright that actually talked about it.
I think he had to sign something.
Yeah. So you're not screaming recast King. We need Lucius Lyon back as King.
No, we good. I'm good on Lucius.
But the problem is like we can say recast King, but they ruined Kang. Kang was a bad character.
Yeah.
And that played into it too, honestly.
Yeah. Which was like it was just another. If Kang was a great character and people were invested in the character, I wonder if Disney would have been like, maybe we try to spin it to make it look good. But Kang was failing as a character, and it was just a reason to move on. Which kind of sucks for.
Which is bad because they did it to him.
Yeah.
He was still an interesting character. Yeah. They ruined him by doing that stupid ass Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you said multiple times, getting bodied by ants.
That doesn't make sense. You didn't even have the original. Hank Pym should have been leading the ants, and it should have been a fight with Hank Pym, and he should destroy that old dude right then, and he should have left, and we would have had to go find out what the hell happened. That's what should have happened.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's what I was assuming would have happened. Just kind of show how much of a threat and how serious this dude was.
So you're not even my level. Get on my level, bro, and then just like destroy him. And then go to the next, like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then they're stuck and they had to use their brain to how to get out of there.
Yeah. Which Cassie somehow is like a genius. Like, I mean, I don't mind. Cool. But also could have hinted at it somehow. I don't know.
They just changed their character 3 times. So it's okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it was Disney.
God. He said we gotta ask them if it was those ants racist.
That's great.
Oh man, that's good. That's funny.
Yo, right when we're about to log off, man. Coming in last second.
Man, I appreciate you jumping in anytime, Beef. Honestly.
Heck yeah. But we're gonna finish up for the night and call it a night. Exactly. They Disney ruined him. King is a dope villain. King is super dope. Yeah, they
really
messed him up.
Like, how you do that and you bringing in the Fantastic Four and all this stuff? Like they did such a terrible job. Like, makes me mad.
Had potential. Had potential. So much potential. You know, had potential in the movie you ruined him in. You know,
Right.
like, you know, he's like, oh, which one are you? Are you the one with the hammer? I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, you're already saying he killed a bunch of Avengers and then he dies to ants.
Yeah.
So he kills Thor, but yet can't beat ants.
Exactly.
In the same movie. It's so stupid.
Exactly.
All right, let's get out of here. Salute and good night. Cool.
Thanks, Mama Bear.
Thank you, Mama Bear. Listen, man. Hey, man, we're all getting worked up.
Man, all over again.
I know. Oh man, but cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot to us. Thank you to Mary who with the super chat. Appreciate that a lot. And all of our members, she'll shout out to Brandon and Mama Bear. Mama Bear making sure the mod in the chat. So appreciate you.
We'll probably go ahead and record this thing and then send it to you guys first, and then we'll release it to everybody else.
Yeah. That might be a good way to do it. Do members first, and then we'll put it out in a little bit. But cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys. We will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.
See you guys Monday.
Later. Shit. Where am I at? There we go.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.